Yeah, same. What was I gonna do here? Okay, you out. Okay, and are you ready? Okay, I'm trying. I since I moved, I don't have any access to what's on screen. So if you get to post a picture, just let me know what is on screen, and then I can comment about it. I won't be able to see it. Would you be Would you be able to show that video I sent you of the pill bottles? This way, I'll show my hobby progress. I'm down to my last five and finished the build.
What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos, and this is Wolf Brother Hobbies. Welcome to tonight's show. And my amazing and handsome guest here is.
Robert from the Miniatures Paintbrush. Hello, friends.
We've got the TMP Live. Oh, hey, that was the name of your show when you were doing live shows, TMP Live.
That's right. That's right.
Good to see you all.
Ben,
Good evening. Hmm. If I don't put this up in the Discord, I got sidetracked. If I don't put this up in the Discord, and our friendly neighbor Inquisitor may not get a notification.
in the meantime, beautiful people, I hope you are having a wonderful day and that you have a chance to hobby with us as we
Absolutely.
are embarking on this journey.
Yeah, we are definitely doing some more hobbying. What are you working on tonight, Brother Rob?
Well, these are the last 5 blood claws for my entire project. Then I'll be done with building completely, and it's all about that priming. So I had 2 boxes of the army box, and I had bought 20 more blood claws as well as 10 more gray hunters. Just because I like torture. Yeah. No, I just want to, when you think about 20-man blobs of Space Marines, the only thing I can think of would be Black Templars, but they have initiates too. This is all Space Marines all the time, coming running in 20-man blobs. Like, do something about that. I love that. And I love that I have a lot of tanks to bank that up. So this way, if somebody's just taking out infantry, I got some big guns too.
That's awesome. I
Mhm.
um I did basically the same thing as last week, where before
Okay.
I did up some blood claws on stream, and then I finished them over the week, and then next last week we started some gray hunters, and once again I finished them up over the week. So tonight I begin working on the head takers,
Head
and
takers.
after that I get
Nice.
to get into the characters. So pretty excited. I've been
Yes.
saving the special characters from the box as my special treats at the end of doing the battle line. So that's going to be awesome.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm
Yeah.
having a,
So, sorry.
I was just saying, having a brew here tonight. Some
Oh,
iced coffee from
oh my
Java
goodness.
House, or cold brew from Java House.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be great to get a coffee sponsorship?
That would be amazing.
Oh, man. So that's my plan tonight. Start on the head takers. Um, I don't have
My
any
city problem.
I don't have any pictures of my work in progress because it's just a very unorganized pile, 2 piles of gray here of the blood claws finished and the gray hunters finished. But let me show you someone whose pile of gray is organized. I'm gonna flip you over to. Let me pull up. Oh, let me not do that one. Let me break the stream
As
again.
as a warning, I have OCD, so it's just letting you know.
We're gonna show you a very organized. Uh,
Sick individual.
not not sick, just a very organized individual.
Very sick individual who has to organize everything or he loses his mind. Yes.
Hey, we don't want
But
you
hey,
losing your mind. Nope.
no, of course not. Some people say I have more pill bottles than the farm companies. Big farms say what? Um, yeah, no, I do sub assemblies, and I used to do extensive sub assemblies, and that goes directly to the confidence I had as a painter. Like the more sub assemblies, the less confidence I had as a painter. So now it's just the head one part, the rest of the body's on. So,
That is such an impressive
so
table,
yeah.
just full of space wolves. I'm gonna let it play one more time, just because it's so cool. So
Oh,
many organized pill battles.
Yeah. So yeah, that was when I had only 20 more to go. I only have 5 more to go now. So it's a little bit larger than that, but that's pretty much the project that I have for this challenge right there. I still have, well, I have a lot more, but they're in boxes. I don't think I'd be able to get them done for this one challenge, but in the future we'll be able to get them done. And that's Logan Grimnar and all the named characters, so all the peoples.
Charles says, puppies! Oh man, I'm gonna see who has joined us so far. We've got Charles Latora. We've got Hellworks. He says, "Let's get howling."
Oh,
Howl. Charles says, "Evening, gentlemen. Remember to
how's it going?
smash that like button, folks." TMP, Mr. Sexy. He broke it.
Oh,
I didn't break it. I was intentionally sharing so that way our friends would know. I have 60 partially built blood claws and 6 partially built head takers and 30 wolfen built with 15 wolfen with shields. That's awesome. Speaking of which, I've got
Saluto.
gracias. I've got your dreadnought armor plates on the printer right now, and then I saw that you had said thank you. I've got that. Basically, I've got the dreadnought armor plates on the printer right now, so I just need a list of what else from the list you want me to print off. So, friendly neighborhood inquisitor has stopped by. Says, "Hey there, Mythos and TMP. What's up, my brother?"
So,
Uh, Friendly neighborhood inquisitor. Since you and Hellchild are other members of the challenge so far, I do want to say that I'm probably going to do my first. Like I know we've done live streams of our collaboration so far. I'm probably going to do my first video soon, and then I'll start the playlist and I'll put your videos on the playlist, and I'll alongside mine. And Hellworks, when you get yours up, feel free. I'll get you added to the list, and then Rob, if you do any videos as well, I'll get you thrown in there.
that's fun.
Um, I'd have to rob the pharmacy to get that many pill bottles. That's what Hellworks said. Uh, Organized, Charles says. What's that? Chaos? Bring me chaos. Yeah, I like to think I have somewhat organized chaos, which is probably a lie. It's probably just chaos. Got my first silver bayonet scenario set up. Humans start surrounded. Oh joy. 7 dark wolves and a werewolf. Ooh, they are definitely surrounded, it sounds like. It just occurred to me my video yesterday didn't mention the challenge. Hey, it's all gravy, baby. It's a collaboration meant to promote and encourage each other along this process. And I did notice, you mentioned that sometimes it can be a struggle finding the motivation to finish something, and that's one of the things we're in the collaboration for, is to uplift each other and help carry each other along, because army painting can be tedious. Uh,
A little bit.
Especially as someone who painted a Tau army for 4 years. Rob can tell you, army painting can be tedious.
6 years.
6 years, oh.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's why we just gotta keep each other motivated. It's all gravy, baby.
absolutely. You
Um,
know, I'm going to say something blasphemous here. Once this is over, I'm going to be sad. I've started enjoying building.
I must build more.
I know. I started getting into my rhythm. So it's blasphemous. I know.
It'll be I don't. Lots of people prefer the building phase. Lots of people just like to build and then stop there. They don't even, some don't even break out the primer, which I know is not you. I'm just saying that's where some people's comfort zone is.
Um, Good for you.
Yeah, whatever your speed
I,
is, whatever your poison, it's
there
all
it
part of the
is.
hobby.
It's all gravy.
Um,
Yeah, my OCD kicks in.
Except for the guy that friendly neighborhood inquisitor put in the meme chat, where the person fully painted it ultramarine, varnished it, and then left it on the sprue. Said, "I think I'm gonna leave this on the sprue." I was like, "I think I'm gonna leave it here." I was like, "Wait, no, this person must be stopped." I know some
Yeah,
people do that as an artistic piece, but it's just like, oh, so much potential just unfinished right there. It's at the finish line. Like it's
I think
like
that's
it's like running a race and standing before the ribbon and just sitting down.
I'm tempted.
Don't do it, Rob. We're friends.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with my 30K stuff. I have the original box.
Friendly neighbor Inquisitor says he's one of those watch the world burn types. No, that's that's that meme. I don't know if you ever saw, but there's two guys in prison, and one is like a big, tatted up, holding a shiv, like real tough type,
Oh my god.
and
Yeah.
he's looking at the new guy. And goes, "What'd you do to get in?" And the other guy goes, "I'm in here because I don't clip my minis off the sprue. I twist them off." And the gang guy's like,
No.
I was like, "Oh no, don't do it." Oh, okay. Hobby update. See, I'm sidetracked already, guys.
Not a sponsor. Just saying.
Oh
That's
yes,
what's on cover.
I'm using the white Loctite blue tack for wall mounting right now,
Nice.
and I've got the blue stuff right here. Really, it's whatever color of Loctite tab stuff I see first. This
Yeah.
is like the wall one, the poster one, whichever one's in front of me, as long as it's Loctite. Oh no,
I tell you
actually,
how it
this particular one was Gorilla because I couldn't find the Loctite, but the Gorilla stuff turned out to be good too.
Okay. I have a history with Loctite. When I was a kid, I played Gran Turismo, and there was this R35 Nismo Skyline, Nissan Skyline, and it was the Loctite edition. So I love that car so much. I actually built the 124 scale model to, and I put everything into it, all my modeling ability into it, and it came out beautifully. And then I just finally found the matchbox size car for that one too. So I am such a Loctite fan ever since I was a kid. I
That's
don't know
awesome.
why. I didn't even know what it was until I got older. It was like, oh, that's glue and adhesive stuff.
I didn't get into Loctite until starting in Warhammer, and at first, I learned in the game store, and so I bought the Games Workshop stuff because I was like, it's a Games Workshop mini, it's Games Workshop glue, it's got to go with it, right? But
Right?
but
Right?
then eventually,
You would think.
when I decided I like super glue better than the plastic glue, I think I tried a few different brands, but because Loctite had the gel, and you could better stick your pieces onto the model and hold it there. That
All
I
about
got.
that control.
Yep, I got sold on Loctite for a long time. Now I use actual like modeling glue. I use this time it's Cyanafixed, but there was a very
Oh,
similar
nice.
blend I used for a long time. But basically, any of these medium viscosity gap filling glues are my favorite now because they're not quite the gel consistency, but they're much thicker than the very runny super glue, and so I feel like I have way more control. Because when I use the super runny stuff, and then this is just me as a person, I know lots of people use the liquid stuff just fine. But me as a person, especially with my shaky hands, if I use the liquidy stuff, it gets like not just in the creases where it's supposed to be. It gets like all over the bottle and will run down the leg, and then I have to sand it down, and like so for someone with my particular lack of precision, it works real well for me. Um, That is a great thing. Let me know in the chat what you guys like is your preferred super glue because I have noticed in
Yeah.
my several years of doing this hobby that once a hobbyist finds their preferred glue method for building up their models, like that's what they stick
What?
with.
That's for life. Talk about brand loyalty.
Yeah, like it's funny because more than paint loyalty, like a model builder's glue loyalty is like you know
Jeff,
there.
no joke.
Brother Roxas says, "Yo, what's up, my brother? I hope you're doing well."
Yeah, brother Roxas.
I have Hellwork says I have 60 more Blood Claws, 20 Grey Hunters, plus 20 Fenrisian Wolves, Aryak, Ragnar, Logan, Wolf Priest Mythos, thank you very much, Wolfguard Battle Leader, and the Crone, which will be a Rune Priest, left to build also. Oh no, Inquisitor! Delvok, you are my friend, my brother. He says, I have a confession. I did that with the Mini once after seeing that exact meme referencing the twisting a Mini off the sprue. No.
I'm here for it.
Oh, man. Uh,
Rebellion.
uh, Hellwork says, we use Loctite Red and Super Glue Industrial at work. Ooh.
Nice.
Have you seen Gundam Assemble? I have not. Is that the new Gundam card game or the new Gundam miniature game?
It's the one that the Gundams get together.
Like the Avengers.
Right.
Um, Friendly Neighbor Quizzer says, I got Tamiya for my plastic glue and Gorilla for my super glue. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, I knew I forgot something downstairs.
Okay.
Glue.
Well, I'm about to show off pictures from my game if you want to run and get it real quick.
Oh, hey, that would be great. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
we're going to swap over here. And I have a bunch of pictures to show you guys. So last week I had my last game with the Custodies for the current moment. Not like I'm uh, I'm not giving up on the Custodies or anything. I vastly enjoyed playing the Custodies, but it's the end of the league, and at this point I want to focus on Space Wolves. Right now. So I felt like the end of the league was a great place to call it. With the Custodies for a while. Models, I think, but they're actually related. Ooh, very cool. And so this is myself and my buddy Reiko over at the game store, and just about to get our game going. He was my final opponent for the narrative league or narrative campaign, however you'd prefer to say. And he brought his orcs, and it wasn't a style of orcs that I was used to seeing. He was playing what's called the Dread Mob. It is the more mech focused detachment, and so he had a Gorkanaut and a Morkanaut. And by the way, this is Crusade in the narrative league, and so he had racked up quite a few narrative buffs on his guys too. So he had like an advanced Wah, where he got bonus shooting. He had like +1 to hit and +1 to wound on his shooting. He had these Squig Hog boys here. He had 10 Ludas in a truck with a mech. And he had a bunch of like 3 big mechs and 3 regular mechs, and so he had mechs all over the place. Um, and So yeah, you can see we were in the caddy corner deployment. So one truck pushed all the way up to the line here. These guys at the very corner you see was ready to push up. Uh, but yeah, and then we he was very very much pushed up and ready to go. The Gorkanaut and Morkanaut both have the towering rule, so they can shoot over ruins. It was pretty crazy.
Yep.
And with army wide +1 to hit and +1 to wound, and the Morkanaut and Gorkanaut were already hitting on 4, so they were hitting on 3s, which means all of this Orky firepower was shooting at Space Marine accuracy and getting pluses to wound too. It was pretty scary.
Mm.
Um, Here I had my bikes pushed up on the line because he had scouted up his commandos. Um, or no, these are regular boys, but he had scout on them. I think is another one of his narrative buffs, or one of the narrative blessings. So I had bikes up front ready to deal with them and hoping to go for the Squeak Hog boys and sweep the flank there and maybe take some of this objective down here. I had so there's a gap on this exactly this between this ruin over here and this ruin right here, exactly big enough for my tanks, so I could they're behind cover now, but they can pop out and do some shooting. And very similarly at the back, I had another tank behind some ruins. So we were both very screened out, which is, I mean, a very dense table, and definitely sure nobody could just blast each other off first turn. But also, it kind of made going first tough because it was basically waiting to see who would poke their head out first, you know.
Mhm.
And I ended up rolling to go first, which I really didn't want against the gunline army. A few more pictures back. Again, you can just kind of see from my deployment. Now, this shows off better what I had because you could only really see the bikes and the tanks up front. But I had one squad of custodian guard to my left, the one at the very front on the right, and the one on the left had my blade champion, Devora Valen. And the game plan here, because the big truck full of looters was on that side, was to move into the ruins, uh, or move just behind the ruins and just touch the point so that way I can be obscured from all the shooting from the Ludas without exposing my guys to being shot. And then, of course, staying back away from the wall so that way they would have to come into the terrain where they could be charged. So that was kind of the idea, which they didn't do. They ended up wrapping around the building. So I spent an extra turn, um, trying to wipe them out with shooting and melee, but it was still good. That worked out pretty well. And then these
You try to
guys,
do this like Spartan, where you try to like narrow them into a little corner and have a little kill zone, but they went around.
oh, well, yeah, exactly, but it still worked because
Uh,
they didn't get fire off any shots. So by robbing
oh,
them of
right.
the line of sight, the Ludas lost their valuable firepower, which was great for me.
Gotta scream, "This is Sparta" when you do that.
This is Sparta. They kicked them back into a
Fighting.
well. Where did the well come from? So what I would ultimately end up doing on the first turn is I did sweep my bikes across the back, and I charged up um, my my custodian guard behind this pair of um, they're like fuel tanks back over here, but I couldn't charge the orc boys on the other side with the guard because they had wisely or very intelligently done that um, tournament competitive move where you stay just outside an inch from any walls, which makes a charge against a unit in the walls illegal because you can't quite
Mhm.
legally fit your base in. Hey guys, sorry we are late. Ah, a gamer with coffee is never late. They appear at just the right time.
Welcome.
Good to see you, Ashley. Uh, let's see. He broke it and drank his drinkage. Um, just a messy transition. Nothing broken here. Nothing broken. Reading rules for Ottoman Sunsets State of Siege type game. World War One.
Hmm.
Okay, getting some historical in.
Anybody playing Warcrow? Because I heard good things. It's the same Corvus Belli that comes up with Infinity, but it's
Oh,
supposed to be their own war game.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's interesting. It looks interesting anyway. Not that I need to collect any more minis.
I've always thought Infinity models look stellar. I don't know anyone who plays, but that would be one to definitely dip my toe into it. Dip my toe into at some point.
I've seen some outrageous battlefields.
Greg is now crying me that she did side of. Hello, Greg. I should always assume that if one is there, the other is watching as well. GWC always appears once the coffee is brewed. Warcrow has some nice sculpts. Being that Infinity has gorgeous sculpts, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here you can see I ended up charging the orc boys, and I whittled the squad down to just a few orcs left. And in return, they ended up backing out, and the Squig Hog boys came in. They took out 2 of my custody bikes, and the remaining 3 swung back in and wiped out the Squig Hogs all in one swoop. And the boss would end up retreating from this battle. So that felt good. I wondered how they would survive against the Squig boss, and I mean, I'm sure the 4 pinball definitely helped with that for sure.
Mhm.
Again, you can see where my custodian guard got right up to the line but couldn't make a legal charge, so they were just kind of stuck there in the middle land. But they did touch the objective. However, in the return stroke from the orcs, uh, that that objective would be wiped clean. And you can see here, it's where the Ludas couldn't shoot me. They instead decided to pile out onto the objective and not charge me. But what they did end up doing was, even though they couldn't shoot me, they made sure to out OC me, which kind of a smart move, because where I probably would have dealt them some pretty massive blow in combat, by them just deciding to out objective securing me, then they kept me from scoring that the next round. So very tactical play there. This is where things went sideways for the squad of Guardians. I really like this shot, though, because when you put the phone down on the table and you get those perspective shots, and it's just the squad of Guardians looking up at this massive Gorkanaut that's about to blow them off the table, which is what happened. Oh, man. Oh,
That's awesome.
yeah. They were. It was like, um, they were hitting on threes, and they spent some points and basically were able to get lethal hits and sustained hits, and it was just so much firepower. It was crazy. Hey, coffee's coming in. I'll have it tomorrow. Very nice. I bought some Infinity figures to battle with my Space Mouselings at 28 millimeters. Very nice.
Ooh.
By the end of his turn here, you can see where I had presence on 4 out of the 5 objectives. He's come through and just wiped the center of the board. And the bikes got taken out from the Morkanaut here on the back objective. The Gorkanaut came onto the middle objective and took out those Custodian Guard. And while my Custodian Guard on the left flank are still there, they're being out objective controlled. So, yeah, just like where I had the majority of the board, I always think of the game scoring as red versus blue. And so while I had most of the board in blue, the board flipped to red real fast. I was like, oh my God, that's all gone sideways.
Yep, that could definitely happen. But I mean, I'm sure it was a fun season for you.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, it was my only loss of the season, so I was hyped. You can see on my turn, I charged in with my Custodian Guard and the Blade Champion, and we wiped out the Ludas to a man, and just had the truck in front of us. So the objective became mine again, which is cool.
Nice.
Here, so right where the corners of the ruins are where the edges of the terrain pieces are, right? Where the footprint is. And so you can see I moved one tank out through the gap in the middle of the terrain pieces, and then I stuck just the nose, just the tip of the base out of
Just the tip.
just the tip. So that way both tanks could get a shot on the Morkanaut or Gorkanaut
Nice.
in the middle of the field, and you can see that that Morkanite is gone. It did leave.
Nice.
So yeah, the heavy blaze cannons on the grav tanks are just amazing. Uh, so, uh, Greg, brother, Greg said on his show Sunday he wants to get into custodian guard. Uh, let me send you the file for these tanks, bro. They're just, oh man, these tanks are just like the best thing in the custodies.
Nice.
Here, I dropped down my squad of 2 Terminators. You can see right by the tanks to help deal with the Ludas. They overwatched and when they teleported in though, and they got a very lucky overwatch and obliterated one of the Terminators with like just a bunch of but they rolled a bunch of 6s. They rolled hot, and I didn't make enough saves, and the Terminator was gone. But
Oh.
like I said, we took them out, and he's there to help defend the tanks at the home base.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see I teleported my big blob of Terminators. I had a big stack of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have to print stuff for him? What the hell, Mythos? Actually, these big heavy tanks are probably better off printed uh,
Yeah.
filament instead of resin, because mine are resin, but they're very heavy and they were kind of a pain to print. So they might be better off printed in filament because they're so big. So maybe you can get Keegan to print it out, and then you don't have to do anything, Ashley.
I have a filament printer.
Say what?
I said I have a filament printer. Oh, I have FDM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I may have to commission you for some things at some point.
You're fine. I have to clean my nozzle right now, but yeah, you're fine. It's always a learning process with 3D printing.
It is always a learning curve.
That's right.
Here's that big block Terminators, and you can see the one with the plume is the captain. And I was running the newer detachment came out earlier this year, Lions of the Emperor. And so this Terminator captain had what's called Admani Mortis, which was a big badass axe with 4 damage, -2 AP, strength 10. It was a monster. No, strength 12. I'm sorry. It hit with the strength of a las cannon.
Oh my gosh.
And then with the narrative buff that I earned, he got once per game free counteroffensive, so he could interrupt combat for free once per game.
I hate that.
Which I definitely used against the Squig Hog boss later on, and whooped his booty.
Nice.
Now I'm saying big words like whooped his booty, knowing that I got tabled at the end of the game. So I'm taking the small victories. Okay, I'm definitely not downplaying how good my opponent was, because he definitely was very good. He kicked my butt, but I'm celebrating the small victories.
That's what you have to do.
Exactly. So here is where my opponent started to line things up. He's banning out these orc boys that they passed their morale from where they got attacked earlier, and they're going to go try and tie up my tanks. And basically, he's moving stuff down the field to start capturing, the objectives I have on my side of the table. Because I managed to flip, the center or back. I managed to, wrestle control back with my Terminators, and on the other flank, my Custodian Guard got the objective back. And so, he's coming to finish me off. Knowing that I can't catch up points-wise, my Custodian Guard decided to abandon the objective and just kill Xenos. So they've left their objective, the Blade Champion's taken them out, and they're going to fight some stuff in the middle of the field here.
It's all about that board control.
All about that board control. And I think I was behind like 25 points at the time, and I was just like, there's no way I'm going to catch up in points in just the last 2 rounds, so we going to fight.
That's right. So you might win, but I ain't gonna make it easy for you.
Exactly. So my custodian guard managed to advance all the way up here, and another perspective shot. They were looking up at that titan of a Morkanaut and decided we're gonna charge. They used the advance and charge rule from the Blade Champion, and they made it in. And this, I had already taken out all of the big mechs but two, and I'd
Oh,
cleared the center of the board of characters. I finished off those
wow.
last few boys that were threatening my tanks, and so basically, this was a if if I can just do what custodies do and finish off this vehicle unreasonably in close combat with just a minimum squad size, maybe, just maybe, I can uh, maybe not, or I can maybe pull the game back. And I got
Right.
so close. They dropped the Morkanaut down to 2 wounds, and I just
Wow.
couldn't finish it off. But it was a heroic last stand.
That's what it was.
And at the end of the
I
game,
like
uh,
Yeah.
you can see here the tank moved up to challenge it, and I whiffed. So the heavy blaze cannon is like a better las cannon because it hits on twos. It re-rolls ones against vehicles and monsters, and then its cannon. It's 4 shots instead of 2, and its cannons
Mhm.
are twin linked. So
Oh,
if it doesn't wound, it can roll again. I still
right.
somehow missed 2 shots against this big old Morkanaut that I had
Oh,
gotten down to 2 wounds. And then I get 2 more through, and he rolls 2 6s to save it. Double
oh.
boxcars. Oh my gosh. Once again, the dice turn at me, turn against me. And so when he stomps up the board to this objective for the final time, at the end of his turn, I'm like, okay, let's see if I can keep you from tabling me. When you move, I'm going to Overwatch. And I said, okay, I just need one of these to go through. I just need to finish off the last couple wounds. I
Hmm.
just need to roll 1 6 here. Wait. I rolled a couple ones, re rolling. No 6s. So
Sixes.
it was just like there were so many times towards the end there when when I went to finish off the Morkanaut with in combat with my custodian guard, where I'm just like, I
Right.
just need to roll, like re-roll right here. I just need to roll, one more wound, which because I get +1 to wound in Lions of the Emperor, was I just need
Right.
1 5. I just couldn't get that last 5, and then here I was like, I
Uh,
just need 1 6. So
thanks.
re-rolling the ones, and re-rolling the ones, and whatnot. So that's basically 4 shots there and 3 other shots where I just needed to roll 1 6. I was just like, I must have threw about 8 dice that round and just couldn't get. I just couldn't get it. I was just like, oh man. But
No.
but it was all good. It's all good. It was the fact that it felt like I don't have any chance of winning to like I can snatch a minor victory out if I just do, this at the end. Kind of it made it feel like it wasn't a crushing defeat. It felt a lot closer than the points. Like
It's
sometimes,
exciting.
yeah, sometimes the points don't tell the story as well as the state of the board, I think. And both being down to just a couple models left felt way better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to win, but that nail biting chance that when it gets close and you just have that hope and it's exciting.
Exactly. I always say, because like people's like, well, of course you want to win, but I'm like, it's not about winning for me. I would rather have a close game where I lose than a blowout where I win. You know,
That's right.
so
Yeah. It's
so
no fun. Somebody comes to the gaming store just to set up to push back to them.
so
There's no fun.
so even though I lost that game, I felt like it was a great way to
It sounded like an awesome game.
to end the league for me. Oh,
Now everybody's into 30K.
yep, yep. Lots of guys at the shop are doing 30K this weekend, which is okay with me. Best case
Gives you a
scenario,
break.
close victory. Exactly.
Yeah. Let's
Greg,
see.
my brother, my favorite gamer with coffee. Would you like an iced coffee right here? Brand new, still seal on? Here you go, bud.
Mm.
Not iced coffee, I'm sorry, a cold brew. I don't have any ice over here.
So there's a hobby progress.
Yeah.
Any other hobby?
No other hobby progress. I do have some stuff for Media Corner. What about you? You seen anything, heard anything this week? Read anything?
Well, my last part for the hobby corner would be that I'm moving TMP Studios. So the background looks a little bit different. And I'm going to do a show about the entire thing. So it's just an exciting time. TMP Studio goes for its third upgrade, I believe. Yeah, since its existence. Um, but yeah, let's talk about some hobby picks. I have been locked in lately, and I've been listening to a lot of 40K lore videos. And normally I throw on the audio book, but I took a break from audiobooks for a little bit just to listen to the lore and have me through. And I do have to pick a really great YouTuber called Wes Hammer. And I love the way he explains things and that he's genuinely enthusiastic about the hobby and really gets references and tells you things with caveats, but those caveats is because of lack of research. And when he does the research, everything is just so perfect. It's so perfect. I don't know. You just need to listen to him. He's really good. Wes Hammer really, he does a lot of the horror stories, and you feel like you're there the way he reads it. So that is my hobby pick of the week. Go check Wes Hammer out. If you are hobbying and you don't have the opportunity to hobby with somebody, you can definitely throw that on for hours and be hourly entertained while you hobby.
Just before we started the show, Rob had asked me if I knew who Wes Hammer was. I'm like, he sounds familiar, but I can't place him. I don't know
Mhm.
his long videos, but he also does uh, Warhammer lore in 60 seconds or less on YouTube Shorts, and his 60
Mhm.
seconds or less lore videos I really enjoy. And I wasn't subscribed to him at the time. Let's rectify that. Click. Always
Yeah,
recommend
he's
supporting your YouTubers. Um, but like for because I kept interacting liking, commenting on his YouTube Shorts, they kept getting recommended in my Shorts feed quite a bit. And I got to say, I am definitely guilty of the TikTok style doom scrolling through YouTube Shorts.
yeah.
That's really cool. Apparently, Greg fell out of his chair trying to grab the coffee. That's awesome.
Oh goodness.
All right, so that is definitely something to watch, guys. Check out that YouTube channel. He is in the link below, and also he's in the description below. I mean, before I move on to my YouTube picks, I'm gonna jump in with my media corner real quick. Um, this week, I wanted to add there is a YouTube series called Epic the Musical, which is uh, musical version of the Odyssey, which is absolutely amazing. It sounds great. The music is great. In the particular version my daughters showed me was an animated version. I should have been more professional and actually, gotten a link for this to show you guys. But it's so well done. It goes through the entire story of the Odyssey with like really nice detail, but also like I said, they just make it musically make sense. And it is as like I watched the old school version of the Odyssey from the 80s or 70s or whatever when I was young. Loved it, fell
Yeah.
in love with that story, watched it several more times growing up, and this was like this was nostalgic watching it, even though it's a very different take, being it's animated and it's music, and it's a YouTuber drawing it, so it's not like big production animated. It's like uh, a more accessible art style. It's a lot of line drawing and stuff like that, but it's so good.
Actually,
Epic the musical animated.
I like the book. Homer and all.
I've never read the original book, but definitely, uh, yeah,
Long, but it's good.
yeah, it is very good.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the right one. Nope, 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 don't play it. Okay, gonna go to articles and art for just a second, even though nothing's up on the screen, just so that way when I go paste this into my YouTube comments here, it doesn't break the stream. Wait, Epic is about the Odyssey? I've heard of Epic, but no idea what it was about. It's so good. There's the link there, guys. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube, it's so good. Which I guess is kind of like this is my media corner, but I guess it's also my one of my YouTube picks of the week.
Mhm.
We're gonna move on to my hobby picks of the week. My pick of the week is, oh my gosh, I want to say Benny. It's a I don't have the correct, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Benny Crafts. Benny Crafts is such a skilled conversion person and painter, like incredibly well painted stuff. He doesn't have a ton of videos, but like I've shown his stuff on Art of the Week before because of how good I think some of his stuff, like his uh, Emperor's Champion conversion he did. Mythos, don't make sure you mute that. Okay, but like just to show you some of his videos, I'm gonna send you a picture of this on. Oh, actually, you're doing it all on your phone, so it doesn't matter if I send you a picture of it. But like his style of painting here is just like, okay, look at this right here. Him converting and painting this, everybody, is what made me like, okay, well, now I have to add Black Templars to, a project like 5 years from now or something. Like,
I
oh my
gotta start
gosh.
painting.
Huh?
You gotta start painting mine.
This is such another level of grimdark and realistic. And I really liked how he decided that the Salet helmet would be perfect for this. And it really, like, don't get me wrong, Emperor or the Black Templars have already a very knightly aesthetic, but him adding in this Salet style helmet and this shield comes from an Age of Sigmarines kit.
Nice.
I don't know Age of Sigmar units very well, but it's the ones that's shield and spear from I think 3.0, 2.0.
Somewhere.
But yeah, so what he did was he shaved off all of the Sigmar symbols in the middle of the shield, and this is a very medieval looking shield here. And I think between the Salet helmet and this very medieval looking shield, it really sells that Crusader vibe a lot. And so just between that, his grimdark paint style, and then he also does a lot of OSL effects with fluorescence and stuff like that. It just looks so good. So
Sweet.
this is just one video, of course. I think this Emperor's Champion is actually what I showed everybody when I had his Instagram up for Art of the Week. Now I'm recommending his YouTube channel and some things if you're interested. So, of course, this was a Space Marine, but there's also Emperor's Children Terminators, how to make a Grimdark Terminator, No Grey Knights refresh. Let's fix that. So he does several different Grey Knights characters. He does a dreadnought in the style of his. He doesn't call his Black Templars. It's his own custom chapter, but they're very heavily kind of Black Templar flavored.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then three different characters for Blood Angels, and all of these just look amazing. Also, I kind of wish, well, not wish, but I love how he painted his Blood Angels on this. But apparently the tutorial for painting it is in his Patreon. But I definitely recommend people go check it out. Uh, and yeah, it's so good. And then an honorable mention for a YouTube pick of the week. This week, I saw that the Gamecraft Dragon was back streaming again.
Oh,
He was
nice.
streaming on Thursday, and he has been gone for about a year and a half, which I didn't even realize how long it had been. So definitely, everybody, show him some love, welcome him back to YouTube. It's good to see him again.
Heck yeah, man.
Running Bear, hello, my friend. There's a fellow Space Wolf in the chat there. Fun fact. Wait, I didn't read Odysseus proper, but I read an alternate version called Ulysses. Fun fact about that: the movie "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" is based on the Odyssey. The main character is called Ulysses to pay homage to them being both are alternate tellings of the same book. Interesting.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Me either.
That's cool. I like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou.
I've never seen it, but I like Clooney movies, so yeah, I should see it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize I'm doing the infinite screen on screen on screen on screen again. Pay attention, Beatos. All right. And then a bit of news. I don't know why I bothered turning off the articles and art screen. Because we have one of the topics for tonight is tomorrow is the pre-order day for many box sets, including the most important one, which is
Combat Patrol for Space Wolves.
Yes.
I'm going to pick 2 of those up. That's going to round out my 60 blood claws.
That's awesome. 2 of them. You don't do anything by halves, do you?
I don't. No, I do not.
My lovely lady actually informed me that tomorrow we are going to swing by for the pre-order as a late Father's Day gift for me, which I have insisted that she doesn't need to do, but I'm not mad at it by any means.
I'm not hearing any of your nonsense.
Should be very appreciative. You're very blessed.
I am very, very blessed. And I have a wonderful lady. I was like, she helped me out with my payment for defensive driving recently. I was like, babe, don't worry about Father's Day. You can discount that. She said, I know you did not just say that to me. I was like, I was just saying, I know you know. I'm not talking any nonsense. I don't understand.
So now you can pit maneuver?
Huh?
Now you can pit maneuver?
Pit maneuver? Yes. All right.
Safety first.
So one of the things that comes up is the Codex Supplement Black Templars coming out. Some of the new minis for that do look good. The Crusader Ancient goes on pre-order tomorrow. You can see here it comes with a choice of knightly shield banner or a banner with orc skulls, or with an orc skull. Very cool. But a lot of people really liked this. This is one of a lot of people's favorite reveals. Is this banner character? Banner characters, I always like. I love painting them, but I very seldom put them on my list because I have trouble finding a time where I feel like they're useful. So like they look good.
They just look cool.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole point.
That
He
banner.
was like, no, that's correct. Victory. Be the general that you need to be. I just throw everything together and lose all the time. It's fine. I get to play with my dollies.
Right now, I'm eating Chinese food from the R&N market. That sounds tasty.
Yum yum. So, in which I need to go over there, pick up some extra pieces, and bring them right back here.
Mythos, you
I'll be right
absolutely
back.
need to see. Oh, brother, where art thou? It's a 10 out of 10 movie. And like I said, I love Clooney movies, so I will have to do that. That banner is amazing. It really is. Um,
There. Need to get some pieces that are left over there.
it's all gravy. Uh, okay, here we go. So there's the combat patrol for Black Templars. Very functional, very useful combat patrol, and all kind of very on brand, I think. Um,
I mean, I think it's fine. The fact that they're not getting a tank. White Scar's got a tank.
that's
But the fact
true.
that they're not getting a vehicle. Like, I have 3 of the old boxes, and thank goodness I picked it up because there's a tank in them.
For sure, for sure. I think as an entry point, this is a very useful box. Although, if
For
you're looking
sure.
for somebody looking to fill it out, yeah, one with a tank would be, much nicer. This one comes with
Uh,
an Emperor's Champion. Sorry, you were about to say something?
I have to say something epic. So remember that one piece that I lost, and that I've been looking for, and then I had to make my own Moo Moo character because I couldn't find it for
Yeah.
my first one. I finally found it.
It returns from the void. Careful, it may
It
have
did,
careful, it may have some warp taint on it. Returning from the void.
for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, I had to commemorate the moment.
Well, congrats on finding it. The Emperor's Champion, which is a great model already. I've always loved this model.
Yeah.
Leads a force of 3 Blade Guard veterans, 5 Sword Brethrens, and 10 Crusaders. So, like, the only thing not bespoke to Black Templars in this is the Blade Guard veterans, and they
Yeah.
definitely still capture the vibe.
You think they're going to get replaced?
No, no, no. I mean, all of this is brand new Primaris stuff. I don't think any of this is going
But
anywhere.
no, I mean, because the Wolf Guard veteran, the head takers replaced the veteran guard.
I don't think so. I think this
Right?
is that's
Really?
just our specific flavor. But I don't.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do they have a specific flavor? The Black Templar, do they have a specific flavor of that unit or not?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know
Okay.
enough about Black Templars. I don't want to. I don't want to say I don't think they do, but like I don't know the difference between like Sword Brethren and Crusaders. I want to say Sword Brethren would probably be the closest, but I don't think they have the storm shields like.
All right, that's good because I'm planning to plan out my Black Templar army, and I don't want to create, I don't want to spend the time modeling if they're gonna go bye bye,
Oh, that makes
Like, come
sense.
on, yeah,
No, everything in this kit is new stuff, so I'm pretty sure that's going to stay. The new
I
Black
hope
Templar
so.
dice look great. The new Space Wolf dice look
Yeah,
great.
yep.
Only getting 16, where you used to get
That's
20 or 24. Well, you used to get 24 dice in a GW pack. Then you got
yeah,
20 dice,
yeah.
and now you're getting 16. So a little bit of shrinkflation going on, but they're great looking
It,
dice.
it jumped in the pool and it was cold water.
It just reminds me of this episode of Seinfeld. Do women know about shrinkage? Please tell me women know about shrinkage.
uh,
Codex Grey Knights also goes on pre-order. This one, although it seems like the community feels very mid on a new incoming Grey Knights. It seems like they're going to get some kind of power boost, but at the same time, the fact that they have to wait another edition on Primaris units, and the feeling that a lot of people are saying is they still feel very small and dinky compared to everybody else's Space Marines now. Now that literally even Death Watch, every chapter of Space Marines except Grey Knights has Primaris now. You know, they feel smaller and punier. So
So
I understand people's
lore
frustrations.
lore wise, what do you think about that? Because that's Malkador the Sigilite's army, and not the Emperor's army, the Grey Knights. Like, I don't know if Primaris would fit the lore very well. It'd be interesting what they do to make that fit.
Yeah,
Because nobody's supposed to know about them, really.
Castellan Crow got sized up to Primaris size without necessarily being Primaris, and they
It's
never
true.
never addressed it. You know, so
Yeah,
I'm curious if they're ever going to address it, or if they're just at some point going to be like, Grey Knights are bigger. Don't say anything. You know?
yeah. Well, didn't they do that for the Terminators? They didn't really say Primaris Terminators. They were just Terminators, but they were bigger now during the Leviathan launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't see why. I don't think they have to hide behind Primaris at this point in order to sell a range refresh, larger model creep, whatever you want to call it.
I
So
I
yeah,
myself would still like, like I don't know, the even though a lot of people don't like the Primaris lore, I would like to see it all tied together with lore. But that's I mean, whatever it is, it would be cool to see them get Primaris.
yeah.
Friendly neighborhood inquisitor. Well, I'm going to be lurking, playing some Knights of the Old Republic. Dude, that is one of my top 3 favorite games of all time. Did we just become best friends? Oh my gosh. Talking about the Black Templar Combat Patrol, Running Bear says for an entry point, it's a very good box. You could easily
Sure.
get 3 of them and they'd all be useful. I totally agree. Crusaders, the bespoke Black Templar battle line, 10 of them in the box. That's a great unit to have. Sword Brethren, I think it's the best Black Templar melee unit. And I
Yes,
mean, as far as like non-character units, and then the Emperor's Champion, their best character melee unit. I mean, it's all good stuff. So I think it's definitely very usable.
definitely. Can
Um,
you can't run two Emperor champions, can you?
no, so they
Because then
say
if you,
because those are unique,
yeah,
you'd have to convert the extra ones. Is the only thing.
yeah.
Going to be $2. Oh, it's going to be
Two.
two more dollars for 4 less dice. Stupid GW. Yeah, good old shrinkflation. Honestly, I doubt Grey Knights will get a legit Primaris. I think they'll probably just get upscaled. I'm with the Inquisitor. Um,
Yeah, I think so too.
that's
I
quite
agree with
possible.
that.
Quite possible.
This where they don't mess with the lore because they're not supposed to be really Primaris. Like, they shouldn't be part of that program. Again, Malcador's project. It should have been all Malcador the Civilites.
I mean, but so if you think about it, the original Grey Knights, the Knights
Yeah,
Errant, were all came from different chapters, anyways, and the Primaris come from all different chapters, anyways. You know what I'm saying? So in
I
theory,
suppose, but they're not really friends.
yeah. So in theory, if Call were to just pull his most powerful psychic potentials from the big vats of, everybody's gene pool, theoretically, he could still have the same kind of Knights Errant, uh, the Knights, yeah, that same kind of Knights Errant vibe, and just boom, here's the gene seed from the other Grey Knights, and there you go. Ooh,
Mhm.
Knights of the Old Republic question. Here's the big question. Then Mythos, what's your go-to lightsaber color? For many, many years, I'm always a fan of Form 9, which is the dual wielding. So for the longest time, it was dual blue lightsabers. And over the last few years, me playing, because I've gotten way more into pink and purple, has been one blue, one purple. Uh, Lightsaber. And I always, in my own headcanon, my favorite design of lightsaber is Dooku's curved hilts, giving it kind of a scimitar kind of style. So I always imagine I've got two Dooku style curved lightsabers, one purple, one blue.
Curved for a woman's pleasure.
Exactly.
Yo, Dooku.
The
You
new
ordered the Dooku.
the new Space Wolves dice are rolling in the first 2 games. How are they rolling, Running Bear? Running Bear bought the new Space Wolf dice, which look amazing. How are they rolling for you, my brother? Friendly neighborhood quizzer says, "Yeah, we best friends now. Lol, I'd go curved green lightsaber." Yes, 1 blade though. That's fair enough, brother. That is the majority there. That's awesome.
Curved is the way to go.
Oh yeah. Actually, you saying for her pleasure makes me think of how Obi-Wan has like the extra thick power coils around the side. So Obi-Wan's is literally ribbed for her pleasure. I don't know why that your comment just immediately made me think of Obi-Wan's.
We are sick individuals.
Oh man. Battle Force Conclave, new box set out. So a lot of people hated on, which I think with good reason, the Combat Patrol coming out for the Grey Knights, but their Battle Force box looks pretty good. If, still small. But it looks good. And I really like that the Grandmaster in Nemesis has the massive quadra-barreled melta-gun and a big mace/flail that comes with the kit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that looks really cool. And who knows, at some point one of those may have to accidentally end up in Garrett's army that I still have here.
Oops.
There's the Combat Patrol Grey Knights. I've always thought the extra big shoulders on the Grey Knights, Venerable Dreadnought, and the big robot-looking fist it has, which is so much more. What's it called when you take something inanimate and give it the traits of a person? It's oh my god. My literary arts teacher would be disappointed in me right now. Anyways.
Traits of life.
Is it personification?
Anime.
I think it's personification.
Personification.
Anyways, the extra wide shoulders and the big, more human-looking fist or gauntlet on this dreadnought. I've always thought that looks cool on this particular dreadnought, but it is still itty-bitty compared to the other dreadnoughts. And you can literally look at it and see that this one's probably going to Legends right at the end of the edition. So it's weird that they put him in the Combat Patrol. So it's like they pulled out the extra sprues that they had of this and just threw it in the Combat Patrol set. Like, get rid of them, guys. Anthropomorphize, maybe.
Yeah, Anthropomorphize.
Oh, okay. Running Bear says the new Space Wolf dice have been rolling very, very good. Been rolling 10 plus for charge rolls and haven't failed one yet. Nice.
Just wait till they nerf it in the next codex. Your dice will be nerfed. Imagine if they can nerf these.
Say what? Oh, nerf the dice. Nerf, please. Not the wolf ones, though. Nerf the Tau dice.
Right. Hey!
Hellwork says, I'd use dual blades, black saber, like when I cosplayed, but never much played KOTOR. That's cool. That battle force would be amazing if it wasn't for the pint-sized Marines. Yeah, it is a very good battle force, but like I can just tell that I almost feel like they should have even bothered with the battle force box, because everybody's going to look at it and say, refresh got to be coming, next edition.
Try to sell it and making it as appealing as possible.
Anthropomorphize. Thank you very much. I think that's I appreciate the phonetic spelling there. But yeah, the pint-sized Marines are unfortunate, but I think this is just, and I know not everybody likes the look of the Nemesis or the Dread Knights. I think that the Grandmaster Dread Knight looks amazing. I think all of the Dread Knights look amazing. I've never been bothered by the legs on top of legs look that a lot of people say gives it what they think is a baby carrier look, but I don't think of baby carrier look. I think of get away from her, you bitch, from Aliens. Some people
Well, if you
say,
want to commission that one, I do have the model waiting.
"What?" That is
I have
very
Z Baby Carrier.
the baby carrier.
I do have some Grey Knights, but I don't know. I'm thinking about getting out of that.
I want to get this new one though with the flail though. The flail and the big melta cannon is so cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I ain't got the 3D print for that.
Oh,
The STO.
hey, hello there.
Saying, I'm not saying that at all.
We got some love in the chat. God, Aliens was such a damn good movie. And I think of Aliens because Mythos was raised right. Thanks to them nerfing Iron Priest before the official launch, last 3 Space Wolves codex have been rules changed before they even sell it. That is unfortunate. It's not a big nerf, but yeah, it is. It is a little bit of a nerf before the rules even go live. I don't know if you
Here we've
heard.
been the Space Wolf players.
Yeah, it's like other factions getting nerfed before their codex even comes out. Space Wolf players first time.
Yeah, we originated. I think we originated that.
Did you happen to see what the change was to the Iron Priest?
I didn't.
So before, when the rules first came out or printed in the book, the Iron Priest gave rapid fire on all of the vehicle's weapons, but now it only gives rapid fire on one of the vehicle's weapons. So I'm still a buff, still good, but yeah.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Is it worth the points? Is the question at this point.
Fudge, there goes more money on a combat patrol. The new combat patrol is so good. I appreciate the surprise from my lovely lady. And I think between this and the amazing surprise I got from a very handsome and famous YouTuber known as the Minaiture Paintbrush with the Space Wolves box set, I think that pretty much restores my Space Wolf army to a full amount of points. So that is awesome.
Nice. Exactly. You don't have to feel so sad. I was watching your videos and I was like, it's like, well, I just can't do the box this time. And I'll probably just get every piece and I'll convert. And I'm like, you ain't going out like that, brother. Ain't no way.
You are amazing, my brother. Thank you so much. All right, so what comes in this box is you get 10 Blood Claws, 5 Wolfmen, and Wolfen are so good right now. You get 5 Wolfguard Terminators, which will go beautifully with an Aryak or a Logan Grimnar, and a Wolfguard Battle Leader. And the Wolfguard Battle Leader is definitely a character you're probably going to want more than one of in your army because the buffs are so good and they go with so many different Space Wolf units. Hellwork says, that's right, Mr. Sexy TMP.
No. Okay, thank you.
Combat Patrol Tyranid Assault Brood. Believe it or not, on a recent poll, and of course you guys know I get all my news from Auspex Tactics, my favorite news channel for Warhammer news. The out of all of the combat patrols and box sets coming out this weekend, the Tyranid Assault Brood Combat Patrol is voted as the #1 most popular. I was offended that the Space Wolves were #1 on the list. Oh man, I don't even remember opening the second coffee. Oh well.
That's how it goes.
So, I don't know anything about Tyranid, so I don't know if this is a good box set or not. But apparently, a lot of people are excited for it. I see that there are 10 Gene Stealers here, though. So, Gene Stealers. I haven't played against Gene. I'm sorry.
It's kind of weird that the Gene Stealers, like that would go better with the Gene Stealer cult army, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But there are the new Gene Stealers, so those are pretty good.
Yeah. It's because the cult basically have genes from these Gene Stealers because they worship the alien hive. It is pretty interesting, though. But yeah, so I haven't played against them in a couple of editions, but I do remember that they used to shred the crap out of my Space Marines. So I don't know if they're still that good, but that could potentially be pretty hard hitting. Let's see. The Assault Brood is small but flexible contingent of bioforms led by a parasite of Mortrex. This swift creature is accompanied by 3 Tyrant Guard, a biovore that provides ranged bombardment in the form of spore mines, and 10 Gene Stealers who swarm their foes and tear them apart with razor-sharp claws. Oh man, I wish I had you up on the screen for that.
Oh no, I act it out. I can method act it.
Okay. Apparently, there is a Space Wolf Spear of Rust limited edition set of books that come in a box set sleeve. The saga of the I cannot talk today. Legendary Ragnar Blackmane continues as he is exiled to Terra for the loss of an ancient chapter relic. He fights with the Wolf Blade, an honor guard of elite warriors, against Chaos, embroiled in an ancient rivalry with the Dark Angels, and battling the Thousand Suns. This limited edition release of Wolf Blade by William King, Sons of Fenris by Lee Leitner, and Wolf's Honor by Lee Leitner. I didn't realize that William King didn't finish the series. Collects 3 hardback books with yellow cloth covers featuring screen-printed black art. They are contained within a slipcase that features art of Ragnar Blackmane. This collection is available while stocks last. That's pretty cool. So that's the second trilogy for Ragnar Blackmane, all in a neat little set. I wonder if they had done a limited edition, like, special cover set for the first trilogy.
Yeah, they did.
Well, that's cool.
The first 2. Yeah, they did. They did the first omnibus, basically. But it was like, I don't know, $100 and something bucks for the 3 books.
Oof.
Maybe 200. I don't know. It was ludicrous.
Oh yeah.
If that's any indication, please, I'm not picking them up. But
no.
I am reading these.
That's why I've got the omnibus for $20. So
yeah,
you get all 3 books at once.
You cannot get. I don't think you can get that anymore. I think that's out of print.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got some stuff we can put on eBay and probably make some money on.
So there is some Space Wolf lore for you. If you want some Black Templar lore, there is Broken Crusade by Stephen Fisher. Crusade is coming up on pre-order next week. On the fringes of the Cicatrix Maledictum, the second Dorian Crusade forges towards the Shrine of Tempest to rid it of the taint of the followers of the Blood God. After a violent warp storm, the dauntless Honor finds itself separated from the pack. Under the command of Castella and Emmerich, they begin the long and arduous journey to rejoin their allies.
Allies.
If you're looking for some Grey Knights lore, we've got Grey Knights the Omnibus coming out. That'd be cool. Grey Knights have one purpose: to seek out and destroy the most dangerous foes of the Imperium. In their mission to hunt these demons, they must go where others fear to tread, risking their very souls against chaos. Grey Knights the Omnibus collects the stories of the Grey Knight Alaric, and it's available in paperback and ebook, including Grey Knights, Dark Adeptus, and Hammer of Daemons by Ben Counter. Some Warhammer Plus stuff going on. All right. This is all the previews for tomorrow's pre-orders. Guys, let me know if any of you are excited for any of the pre-orders down below.
Space Wolves. Yeah.
Heck yeah, Space Wolves.
Rockin'.
Apparently, Keely just dropped an F-bomb when I showed that. I'm guessing when I showed the Tyranid box set. I think he's been into bugs lately.
Just when you thought you've collected enough, a new shiny box comes on the way.
Hellwork says, yep, it was for the Tyranid box. And then speaking of the Tyranid box, a friendly neighbor Inquisitor says, really? That's number one? I'd have thought that one below the Grey Knight one, right? I always underestimate how many people are into Tyranids.
Oh, yeah.
Great show, guys. We were heading out. Have a great night. You have a great night and a wonderful weekend, guys.
Thank you for coming by.
Absolutely. I have 3 boxes for Space Wolves saved, plus the Army box. I've already got Logan as well, as well as Arjak and Bjorn. We'll be close to a full list for me. That's amazing. That is amazing. Also, so many of you have seen my 2 used rescues where I have been working on. I wish I had gotten some before pictures so I could have shown how bad off they were. But my rescue...
Trash to treasure. Trash to
yeah,
treasure.
Trash treasures here. I wish I'd gotten their fully trash state, but we'll definitely carry on. But yeah, so I fixed up this. This will probably be the target for my Iron Priest. That big executioner cannon up top. Getting an extra shot would be nice. And then a Land Raider with the Godhammer las cannons, which I do have the bolters for up top. Actually, I have the heavy bolter up top, but I also have gotten went on eBay and gotten some extra bits, so I have the assault cannon too. So if I want to swap out for the Crusader, I've got the and then I've got the if I want to do the Redeemer, because I have seen so many people take the Redeemer, park it in the middle of the field, and on the middle objective, and then anything that comes anywhere near the middle of the board just gets overwatched with damage. Gets overwatched with the damage 2 flamer, and it is just so much damage. So it's very nice.
Vulcan approves.
Oh man, I actually had it used on me by some salamanders with Vulcan Histon, and they were able to just re-roll all wounds. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much damage. The Redeemers are greater than all other Land Raiders. While that they are great, sometimes you just need the 4 shots from a Godhammer las cannon to take out your opponent's armor. Especially since I play in a meta where there's usually a lot of vehicles. And I mean my local meta, not that I go to tournaments or anything. So, because I'm usually dealing with a lot of vehicles, like I have it magnetized so that way I can swap out between different loadouts. But I right now I'm probably going to stick with the Godhammer las cannons because I play against a lot of armor. Nice Mythos. What are you working on, Rob?
I am working on my final 5 blood claws to making it 20 blood claws that I'm finishing for this project. And this symbolizes the last of the building project for my competition. For this little competition that we're holding each other accountable for, see if we can get this done in 3 months. So we will see if I can have a fully nicely painted army by the end of it.
That is awesome. Hellwork says, I'm going to pick up a lot of Horse Heresy models to display with my new force just to show that my great company has been around for a hot minute. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine are usually shiny and new until they fall on the floor and they have battle damage. Yeah.
free weathering.
Yeah. No, I paint the weathering in. I'm like, oh, look, his arm cracked off. Oh, okay, let's just do something here.
I have totally done that before. I've had something break, glued it back on. There's some obvious jagged parts where it broke, and then I've gone back in with like metallic and some shadow
Yeah,
and been like, okay, there's some chipping there.
that's right.
It's
You got shot.
it's like real life chipping, but we're gonna make it look like painted in chipping.
So realistic. How'd you do that? Oh, it's real.
Oh man. Nice, Rob. I've been using 20 blood claws with Ragnar leading it. So nasty. That is awesome.
Nice. Nice. I have Prophecy of the Wolf lined up. I'd have to paint that, but then that means I'd have to bring Thraka. That's a big project.
Thraka is a big project. I gotta say though, I had no plans on painting and building Thraka at first. Like I bought the box set for Ragnar.
Right. Yeah.
I ended up eventually just really, really enjoying the process of painting Thraka. He was so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna peace out, doing overtime as usual tomorrow, and I gotta get some sleep. Have a great night, brother. Enjoy. Well, not enjoy. I don't know if you enjoy your work, but like, don't work too hard is what I meant to say. And yeah, have a great weekend, brother.
Yeah. Awesome. Have a great weekend. Mm.
All right, so that is the news. It is 10. I don't know how long you want to go tonight. Should I start building? What is your plan, Rob?
This is. You better start building.
Okay, cool.
I can't do this all alone here. Come on. I'm gonna hold you accountable, buddy.
Oh no, yeah. My plan was to start building, but I didn't know if you were going to be like, actually, I'm heading to bed soon. Like for once, I'm not getting up early in the morning, so I can actually sit and build.
Nice. I'm good until I get these 5 done, and I'll have a whole bunch of priming. Actually, I'm really excited about setting up this room. We have a little corner where we could do podcasts and stuff like that. I think I'm starting a teacher podcast with my wife as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we can get into that too. So we're gonna have to have the podcast place, plus an easel because I do paint canvas, and so does my wife. And we'd like to have a nice easel and paint some stuff.
Very, very nice. I'm one of those people that likes to listen to ASMR when I sleep.
Yeah.
And I recently came across an ASMR artist who is also a canvas painter, and they basically they paint, but they paint ASMR, so they're whispering kind of Bob Ross style, like next we're gonna paint this tree, we're gonna make the green circles, but they're doing it very small voice, but also like because they've got the mic kind of centered on the canvas, you can hear the strokes of the paintbrush gliding across the canvas, and so for the first have a great night, Running Bear. Glad to see you all again. Time for me to get to shower. You guys have a great night and a great weekend. You have a great weekend.
You too.
Friendly neighbor Quizzer says, I enjoyed about as much as I can enjoy doing anything for 8 hours a day. Well, that's pretty good, actually. But so the first couple layers, you can actually hear like the texture of the canvas, like the paintbrush kind of, Like when you move the paintbrush, it doesn't normally sound like a scratchy quality, but when you really zoom in on it with the ASMR
Oh, that was
microphones,
gorgeous. Absolutely.
yeah,
I put I prep canvases and I have to put gesso on it, and you hear it definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, it is a peaceful voice because it's like, for me, that's the sound of opportunity. Like that's the sound of me prepping a board for a painting. So it's like the beginning. It's sort of like popping open a wet palette, or opening up a box of minis and snipping your first on the sprue. Like it's the beginning of a project. So that's what that sound reminds me of.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm definitely taking your first impressions have been very helpful to me. So you said that I was going to enjoy building the Grey Hunters much more than the Blood Claws because they were less fiddly, which turns out they were much less fiddly. How do you think I'm going to
Yeah.
feel about the head takers?
You gotta love the head takers.
Awesome.
To me, they made sense when they went together. It was easy, and it was really good. I enjoyed building the head takers more than I even enjoyed building the Grey Hunters.
Nice.
Yeah. I think with the more experience a unit has, the easier it is to build. Uh,
These sprues are more scattered out because the unit is brash and inexperienced.
right. Exactly.
I think these first three are going to be twin weapon, and then the next ones will be sword and board, so I can get some extra attacks and some invul saves.
Mm.
I think the smarter thing would be to go all invul saves, but you know, so,
What'd you say? I think you cut out just a little bit.
I was just going to say, the smart thing would probably be all invulnerable saves, but sometimes you
Oh
just want
yeah,
to
yeah,
hit like a truck.
yeah.
Got to take my
I'm
leave.
not.
Ciao. Be safe and well. Have a great night, Charles.
Take care, Charles. I am low key dreading to do two more units of Wolven because they're a great model to paint up, but it does take a long time to paint them up to do it justice. Like get the skin just so, and changing the fur quality of each one to make them individualistic. It takes a lot of work. So I'm not looking forward to painting two more of those units up when I pick up the Battle Force box. But I mean, it is what it is.
How many
That did push me more.
how many wolfen are you going to end up with?
3 units.
3 units.
2 units with storm shields and Thunderhammer, and then 1 unit without. I think that would be fine because I think, in my own head canon, that they're going to get replaced by Primaris sized Wolverine or something like that eventually.
Interesting.
So I don't want to. I didn't want to get 6 and 6.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because sometimes you just want to hit like a hammer.
Yeah.
I call them. I call them the can openers because I send all those thunder hammers against any of the Tau vehicle. I'm like, yeah, you're going down. Here we go. Here comes the can openers.
Like the power weapon version, they hit hard against infantry, but the space wolves don't really have trouble dealing damage against, infantry. And so
Mhm.
I feel like if you're going to go wolfen, for me, the sword and shield, I mean the hammer and shield is the way to go.
Oh yeah.
I may change my mind at some point and end up doing some bladed wolven, but
I just have to change it up. Like after a while, like my hobby gets boring doing the same thing over and over. So I have to have at least 1 unit, the alternate version, just so I can have the choice.
fair.
because that's why I took a break from the Space Wolves to begin with. I got burnt out of Space Wolves and doing the blue.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Especially
now I
with
should try one.
Space Marines, there's so much uniformity, so I can understand that.
Yeah. And then after a while, some people were starting to say, well, all you can do is paint blue. I was like, you want to see me paint white? Now I know what my color of my towel is. It was like, all you know how to do is paint blue and white. It's like, I should start some jargon. Why not? I just stay a very long time on projects. That's the problem. This is wild.
See, it's just like, okay, like people leaving a comment like that is so pointless. Oh my gosh, I've been looking for a chess piece and I've already cut out a chess piece. I'm a dork.
Done that. I've done that.
Um, but it's like people who leave comments like that. It's like you understand that this is a game of army-wide miniatures, right? There's going to be a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like you're an infinity painting channel where every unit's every three models you can change color schemes.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's true. But I don't know. I think those people are goading me because they're like, you have all these other army guns for gets the painting, buddy. Oh, nice. 62. All right. See, I'm getting really in the groove when it comes to building these blood claws now. Because after 35 of them, you kind of get used to where they are. All the pieces. Good at building. I think I miss building because a building has less of a chance of you totally messing everything up. It's just easy. It's cathartic. Alrighty.
Thomas says it gets paint on the skin or else it goes in the dip again.
Oh my gosh.
Who took my dice? Hey gents, drop by to say have a great night. You have a great night, my brother, and an amazing weekend.
You too.
I can paint some red if they want to keep talking smack.
Good. Although Blood Angels has never been my thing, I do have a World Eaters army.
Ooh.
Relatively small. I would think at least 1,000 points. Well, I don't know. I have a Greater Demon, and then I have Angron, and I have a whole bunch of 8-bound and Cornite Warriors and Jackals and a big Christmas box. I think that's pretty much it. And two combat patrols. That's what I have my World Eaters army. So it's not really big, but I would kind of like to get that. What is that? That corn thing on tracks. The
Oh,
ridiculous thing.
yeah,
The more you hit it, the harder it gets to hit.
gosh, what's that thing called?
The Skull Taker or something? Skull something or other? I don't know.
I meant paint with blood, but they'll be donating the red. Violence
Oh,
against
right.
internet
Yeah.
bullies.
Fair enough. Thank you.
The Throne of Skulls? No, I don't
The
think it
Throne of
is.
Skulls, anything? I don't know. I forgot. Not a side out of mind, I guess.
Uh,
But yeah, I like the big stuff. I like the big stuff. I like painting big models, and I cannot lie. Although recently I've been getting into painting like forward armies and infantry and stuff like that. There's definitely a groove. Like you get into a groove, and then you're kind of sad when it's over.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, you kind of miss like building right now. It was a pain in the butt, but I'm gonna miss it. You're like, oh, remember the day when I didn't have to choose the color or anything like that, or make any decisions while painting, and all I had to do was just build. It was so nice.
The Chitin Demon engine is the version that's walking. What's the one on?
Oh, is that the spider one? No, I'm not talking about the
Oh
spider
no,
one.
this
That
one's just
one's
like on two legs like a knight.
oh my. I look like Cain, the avatar of Fool.
Oh, Lord of Skulls.
Um, Lord of Skulls. That's it right
That's
there.
it. Yeah,
Something
Lord of
skulls, yeah.
Skulls. Oh,
Nice.
there we go. Lord of Skulls. Hellworks had it. And if anyone in the chat is curious, I will look up a Lord of Skulls for you.
Like,
Yeah, that would be cool to see you do your paint magic on.
red is fun. I did do some. What was it? Core Knight Warriors from Warhammer Underworlds. And I had fun. I had a lot of fun transitioning from a bright red in the center of the armor panel to a really dark, almost wine color at the edges of each armor panel. It took a lot of glazing to get that, but man, was it worth it because it sort of looks like it gives it depth. Sort of looks 3D, like you could look inside the armor panel. It was really cool. Um, Now doing that for every member, that's gonna take a long time.
Right?
But kind of worth it. I don't know. I don't know.
That
We'll
would be
see.
interesting to see you paint. For sure.
That would be fun.
Okay.
It is fun.
So one of the spidery things is called the blood slaughter, apparently, says
Mhm.
Thomas. There it is. If anyone wants to see it, it is very demony and cool looking. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then another spidery it's like a big demon sitting on spider legs, is called the 40k Defiler.
Yeah, the filer.
Which
I hope they would get a refresh for that model. I am not a fan of that model in particular, but
it is
that's
starting to.
just personal.
I was about to say it is starting to show its age a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, that one
It's
has
getting
the.
old.
That one's got
It's
a
getting
lot of the.
old like us.
Yeah, it's starting to show all the hard line edges, like a lot of the vehicles and dreadnoughts from the 90s.
Yeah, those were good times. I remember back in
Oh,
the 90s.
you talking about doing all those transitions on every single Chaos Marine? Hellwork said, "How do you say you're a masochist without saying you're a masochist?"
You choose a Harlequin's army.
That is so true.
That's
That is
exactly.
so true.
Which I was upset because at the reveal, at one of the hats that they wore to preview was a Jester's hat, and I could have sworn they were going to come up with Harlequins again.
Oh
And
man.
I was excited because I don't want to start another army, but I would start a Harlequins army.
Yeah, just like I don't want
Uh,
to. I don't have any reason to start another Space Marine army because I have four Space Marine armies, I think.
yeah.
But but I think if I were to do a kill team, I have been getting the itch to paint some Howling Griffins for a while. I'm
Nice.
not currently into Kill Team. I don't know how to play, and I don't know anyone that
Mhm.
does play. But if I were to get into it, I think that'd be what I'd do.
I have 3 starter boxes, all different starter boxes with different versions of Guilty that are still in the plastic. It's so sad. I'm gonna bust them out and play them anyway. I don't care. New to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I learned the best by doing, and so that's why I haven't like bothered to try and learn yet. Cause like, if I play a game with someone and I can kind of get walked through it for the first time or two, I think I'll learn better than trying to absorb it myself. Reading the rules or whatever. And so
Yeah.
if a kill team something starts up in my local game shop game shop, I might definitely look into getting into it or at least learning it. And then maybe once I learn it, maybe I'll be like, okay, let's paint up, because like it's low commitment. At most paint up maybe 6 Griffins, no big deal.
Right. Mhm. Then you're gonna fall in love with it, and it's gonna fall down a slippery slope, and before you know it, you'll have a howling griffin. That's how that
It's like
happens.
it's like okay, so in my kill team I have one intercessor, one eliminator, one phobos guy, and the next thing you know it's like, well, I mean I have one intercessor, I might as well have a squad of intercessors. Yeah, well, I've got one eliminator. I might as well do a squad of eliminators.
Right?
Well, I've
Easy to
got three
do.
squads now, so I might as well paint a combat patrol.
I just had to get them all. Is that a Christmas box? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's fun. This is fun. That's you. That's you. Okay.
Once I stopped looking for the piece I already found, these are going much better. These models are assembling pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Also,
They
when
will
I
do.
actually remember what I'm looking for, because I have been somewhat getting sidetracked and then forget what number I was looking for. Like,
I put little piece of gum, this, sorry, poster tag, and I put it on the instructions, and then I lie the piece on top of the numbered piece on the instructions. So I use the instructions as a map. That's an old scale modeling trick.
that's smart.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so wild how I got into the game because I was a model builder for scale model cars and stuff like that, and um, World War II vehicles and things like of that nature. So when I first started painting Warhammer, it was to me it wasn't even associated to a game. It was just painting a model to paint the model because it looked cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I got into fantasy back then, not to play fantasy, but just to use the miniatures which I thought were cooler in my D&D campaigns, which I still do with my Age of Sigmar stuff.
Nice. I
Have
one
you
of
ever used Have you ever used models for other than intended purposes?
I have before used the smaller, older scale orcs as orcs in D&D before as stand-ins, um,
Nice.
and the goblins as well. And I did we did play a little bit of a Fallout game, and I used orcs
Nice.
as super mutants, which was pretty
Very
cool.
cool.
Um,
Yeah, I love dual purposing models.
Lily yelling at Mythos because miniatures attack her from the closet. Oh, me talking about accidentally starting another army.
Uh,
I don't use the instructions. All kits are viable to build. Are oh, all kits are viable to be used doing any models I'm building. Yeah, Kit Bash King right there.
yep.
I feel like I blame you, Thomas, why so many of my channels in my feed lately are Kit Bash channels. Benny Crafts. Last week it was Woody Miniatures. Yeah, I feel like he's put me down a kit bashing rabbit hole. Which
Seems so, but
he says you're welcome. I was about to say which thank you. You know, it definitely has led to me finding a lot of cool stuff. What number was it again? 6 and 7. My problem is I get to running my mouth and then I forget what I'm doing. The mixture of
yes, yes,
ADD and OCD in this chat right now.
that's right. Hyper focused. Wow. Do you have a dice jail? Like if the dice are not behaving well, do you put them in dice jail?
I don't.
I should say, what do you do to your dice who are not performing well?
Usually I'll just chuck them back in the bag. Although I very seldom have to do that nowadays. I feel because like I'll have some that roll low, but like I never I very seldom anymore have dice that that just consistently roll low. And the dice I mainly use nowadays are the ones that came with my Dark Imperium box set.
Nice.
Those are the most balanced, fairest dice I think I've used. I feel like they consistently roll all over the place. You know, I roll sixes, I roll ones, I roll the in betweens, and I've been using them for years. And like lots of dice, you know, as you roll them through the years, they get dents and dings from just bouncing off each other, you know, through the years, and they'll start rolling, you know, less randomly. But these have stayed random for years, and yeah, I really enjoy them, and I like beautiful dice come out, and I'm loath to switch to anything else just because like these dice have done me so well. Like every once in a while, I'll be like, "Oh man," you know, like I do the thing. I feel like everybody does this. Y'all let me know in the chat if you do the same thing, where like I'll roll, you know, a bunch of dice, and whichever ones are ones that I roll, I'll take those out and roll different ones instead. Like, okay, you're taking a break for now, you know. Or if I go to specific, especially if I re-roll something from an ability or at a command point, I'll roll the ones. I'll be like, okay, re-roll ones, but I'll swap out those the ones that rolled ones for a new dice. You know, like y'all are going in timeout, but like, you know, but it's always just temporary. Like I don't put leave. I just put them to the side. I don't even pay attention to, you know, like if I grab them next
Was
round.
power treatment.
Yeah, but I don't pay attention like if I grab them next round or the round after that. Sometimes, like if I'm rolling a lot of ones, I'll have a little pile where I've set up, you know, like, ooh, like here's like 12 ones that I've piled up over like, you know, a bunch of dice rolls. But it's just kind of funny because I've done that same kind of like roll the ones, set the ones aside. I have a model I need finish. I'll send you on Messenger.
Who's that directed to you?
I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother. Like, you want me to show it or? Oh, hobby chat after. I'm down.
I'm down.
Hell, you want to hop on now? Show people that handsome mug of yours?
Yeah, come on in.
The water's fine.
The water was nice today. I have a pool.
Nice.
If one day you come by, bring a swimsuit. I have a nice pool. It goes down to 10 feet.
Oh, that's a deep pool.
Yeah, one side.
That is almost twice my little behind.
We're not in Florida, so it's crocodile free.
Yeah, if you want to hop on, Hellchild, just let me know. I'll send you an invite on Discord. Because I think right now we're just kind of doing what we would normally do in an after show hangout, but just on camera.
Yeah, we're hanging out,
Yeah.
building some stuff. You guys out there, you're building some stuff. We're building some stuff together. We're having a good time.
Yeah, if you're building or painting, that'd be awesome.
Or trying to break the record for the longest handstand. Hey,
Ooh.
talk here, Judge.
That is cool. Okay, that is the Lord Bastion body from Age of Sigmar. Why is there a gap?
La, 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 la.
Sweet. What is Lord Bastion representing there? For the Hellchild. Yeah, I'll show it off in just a second. Just trying to get this piece. I need to figure out what is keeping it from sitting flush.
Mold lines are the enemy. I can't have any mold lines. Oh, goodness.
There we go.
I missed an Armies on Parade that my local GW was putting on. I'm like, I keep missing those. Towards the end of August, I think there's going to be another one. I'm going to go in there. I think it's vehicles. I wonder if they'll let me bring in my Night Titan, the Space Wolves one, because it has an aftermarket piece for the head. Possibly not.
This is the Black Wolf that Brother Hellchild was working on for 9th edition, if everybody wants to see. It's got a big ass frost axe there. A nice bearded head. This is the Age of Sigmar body for Lord Bastion of the Stormcast Eternals. And then that is a really cool claw on his left hand. Got a nice massive pelt around his shoulders. Really nice work, brother. I like that kit bash.
Massive. All right, health-wise, how you been?
Health-wise, I'm doing well. I
Working out?
Yeah, hit the gym a couple times this week. I definitely, I think I got that good burn where you feel sore for a few days after, which is good.
Nice.
I think weight-wise, I think me being sore definitely kept me from lifting as heavy as I have the last couple times. Like I still was able to get up the same number, but not for the same amount of reps. So I did like, a lot of the
Don't risk
sets.
injury.
Oh yeah, and I definitely wasn't trying. I did like two sets at the new weight, and then for my third set, I maybe dropped it down, you know, uh, a few pounds just to knock out that third one without hurting myself. But I could feel that I was kind of like I was you sometimes you get to like that last one. In my case, I do reps of 10 to 12, and I'd get to those last couple of like 8 and start getting shaky, like, ugh. I was
Yes,
like,
yes.
okay, so the next one we're gonna drop it, a couple pounds, especially since I'm like lifting without a spot, and I don't want to drop it on myself. I'm at a Planet Fitness, which is great, so a lot of the machines there are set up for safety. So even if you don't have a spot, like say the bench press there, you've got the guide hooks that you can rack the weight without dropping it on yourself. Um, those guide hooks are such a lifesaver. Um, I did at one point I got a little soreness on my ribbies because I I had come like I had gotten to where like on number 9 I was starting to get shaky, and I brought it all the way down, and then I had to adjust my grip because I wasn't feeling right. And anyways, when I went to shift my grip, it kind of came down, and like I didn't drop it on myself, but like it laid on my ribs for just a second, and I'm like, oh, that's a little uncomfortable. Shift my grip. Okay, there we go. But like,
Right, right.
but yeah, it was still good workouts this week. They felt good. I've been
Great.
I've added a couple more workouts to my shoulder workouts, so they're feeling nice and sore from that. So it was good.
It's important to stay healthy.
Yeah. Um, I my keto's still going well. I managed to so one of the things I like making for my family, and my family likes when I make, is something called walking taco nachos. You cut open a bag of Doritos, and you kind of build the nachos in the bag of Doritos, and
Hmm.
I serve that to my family. And so for myself, doing a carnivore keto version, instead of chips, I used pork rinds, uh, and I built them up kind of the same way, and I just left out the things that would be not so carnivore. So I left out the a lot of the sauces and stuff like that. Left off the beans, that kind of thing. And I did go with just a little bit of lettuce and tomato, so it was more keto than carnivore, but it was still ketovore friendly. And it was nice because I felt like I was treating myself even though I stayed keto, which was great. And then tonight
That's important.
yeah, like I think if you feel like you're restricting yourself,
Yeah,
you're
you
more
want to
like,
stick to it.
yeah, it's less sustainable because you're gonna want to binge at some point. But being able to feel like you're treating yourself is good.
Yeah, it's key.
Tonight I had my little taco bowl for myself because my wife bought me some fajitas. I had like a little bowl with some fajita meat, some eggs, and some bacon, and then a little bit of cheese and sour cream. Nice keto taco bowl.
Sounds awesome.
So, yeah. Not that I'm trying to like shove keto down anyone's throats. If you're listening, I'm enjoying my keto journey because it's helped me get my blood sugars under control as a diabetic.
He's definitely not trying to shove his meat down your throat.
Unless there's
That would be
consent.
very bad. It's not that kind of show, Mythos. It's not that kind of show.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood the premise of the show. Oh man. Let's.
I just grilled some chicken breast and had some beans for dinner. And my daughter loves beans, not because, well, because they're delicious and nutritious for you, but more so the fact that she has ammunition for later. for me. Particularly, she searches me out. Like, Papa? It's like, yes, sweetheart. She'll just let it rip. And I'm like, oh. She's all laughing. She has the 7-year-old laugh, just like, like the deviousness. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get you back one day. Don't worry about that. Uh,
That's adorable.
She is adorable. In the pool today, she learned how to dive. She was so afraid of going under the water. She finally jumped into the deep end of the pool and swam to the shallow end, which is great. But diving was an issue. But she is very persistent. So here I am in the pool. She's like, I'm going to learn how to dive. I'm going to go under your legs and come up the other side. And I'm like, okay. And she kept on trying. He kept on failing, kept on failing, kept on failing. And she said, you know what? Just because it's hard doesn't mean I get to give up. And she went at it again and she did it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's
Happy
awesome.
Papa moment.
It's funny because as a kid, that was like my favorite thing ever was swimming under the water, and like challenging myself to swim along the floor of the pool and stuff like that. And
Yes.
to the, and like that was always just I always thought of it as a quirk as a kid, but because like, you know, I was always like the only kid who seemed to enjoy swimming that way. But then it persisted into adulthood, and that's still my favorite way to swim is like along the floor of the pool.
Me too. Absolutely. Oh, son of a gun. Literally, I forgot to drill out this gun barrel.
Oh yeah, I've got to go back and do that myself.
It's good once you have the pilot hole and you know where the drill is going to go because it's already preset. Be good. Oh, this is so cool. I get to finish my Space Wolves. Oh, man. Oh, anything non-hobby related you've been up to? I know I'm going on a vacation starting tomorrow until Thursday. I got a Verbo, and the whole family's going to go up, and we're going to play board games. And I'm going to try the Descent. I think that's a dungeon crawler or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just work for me. It's been, it's funny because this account that I'm helping out with has lately become my primary focus, unfortunately. And so, yeah, so I've got some stuff to fix. So I'll probably be back on the road soon.
Oh, okay.
So, which is going to cut away from my hobby collaboration time. Yeah, how am I supposed to be painting or assembling if I'm on the road? I'm gonna have to see if I can try and steal or a couple of these away to try and get in some hotel time.
Yeah, prime some up and take some with you so this way you can start painting.
See if I can prime it up and get the airbrush portion down.
Yes.
And then just try and focus on details while I'm in the hotel room.
Briefly, I thought, I'm like, maybe I can brush paint all of these. Which, I mean, that's what I did for my Skaven.
And your Dark Angels.
But yeah, Dark Angels are coming out pretty nice. It does take longer, but I have learned so much brush. I'm working on my brush control, believe it or not, after all these years. And learning how much pressure to put on your brush as you do the brush stroke has been invaluable to me. And I'm getting even better with it. Man, I have so many brushes that I go through, and I can never find a brush with a most excellent tip. And I've been using really expensive brushes, Rosemary and Co. Of course, I have I'll have five of those, and then I'll have
Uh-oh.
um, Windsor and Newton, the Series 7. I have 20 of those, right? But none of them keep the tip the way they should. I don't know if I got the bad batch or what. So I've been on the lookout. I got to try the Artist Opus stuff. I hear they're good. So we'll see. I want to get a really, really sharp tip. And I want to really, on this Space Wolves, because I really have to improve as a painter. So for these Space Wolves, I'm going to really get in there and really up my game when it comes to faces. Yeah. I think that's going to be my focus for this Space Wolf army, to this project anyway. So I can learn and really build in how to really do faces well. I want to do faces to the point where if you look at it, you have to look at it again and say, wait, how is that not real? Like, is that not a real face? Like, well, what did you do? What did you do? Like, that's where I want to get. So
That's awesome.
I'm going to I'm going to bug Eric Swenson. Let's see. He's in Virginia. He's not far away. I think I'm 3 hours, and I'm willing to go 3 hours, man.
I am looking to up my face game as well, but that means something totally different than when you say it. I am looking for, I guess, really, I'm starting my journey on faces. I do faces here and there, but usually they're few and far between. Most of my Space Marines are helmeted. Most of my even my Space Wolves are mostly helmeted. I think I really just started doing a few like I have maybe two faces painted in all of my white scars, maybe three, a handful in my Space Wolves. Um, but normally I avoid it. Maybe a captain or a squad leader here or there. You know, um, my Ultramarine, same thing. Most of them are helmeted. Uh, Even Marnius Calgar is helmeted. Um,
I wonder if I should put out a hobby cheat, because there is a quick way to get really good looking faces, and you could do it on if you put all the heads on one row, you can get them all done at the same time, and it looks really good, and it's very simple. I paint black, right? I 45 degree hit it with a light skin tone, or whatever skin tone you look at. Well, if you want to do black skin, it's a little different, and they would have to add another step to it. But you do a light skin tone, and from the bottom, you hit it with Reichland Fresh Aid, but through your airbrush. And automatically, you'll get this lighting where the shadows are red to show the blood and everything else. And the face is kind of pale because they're in the snow and whatnot. And it really looks good. And it's a really easy method. I call it cheating. So
yeah, I
I got to
would.
do a video on that.
Yeah, I'd love a little tip guide. I did get my friend who runs the local hobby shop gave me an in-person tutorial, and like I said,
Yeah.
your video would definitely help. But basically, I'm looking for all the resources I can because I have challenged myself to try and do as many unhelmeted blood claws as possible for this go of my army, to basically force repetition on myself, because I have avoided it for so long, you know, uh,
You
and
got this.
part of me wants to do the okay, just the squad leader will get a helmet like I usually do, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna force myself to really focus on. So, and that'll be my
I'm proud of you.
distinction between blood claws and gray hunters in this. Aside from like if you look closely at their war gear, but because they're kind of similarly loaded with chainswords and stuff like that, I'll be able to point and say, the guys with the helmets, those are the new recruits. The guys with the helmets are your veterans, and the new recruits are the ones with no helmets.
That's good.
So that's the idea. Now, who knows? That is my goal right now. However, I haven't glued any heads on, and I don't anticipate, getting like, 6 models deep and saying, okay, we're slapping on some helmets, because I don't anticipate quitting. But
You can do it, man.
I do think faces are probably my weakest skill set.
That's the one you need to work at. Yeah.
Go ahead and shoot me that link. Okay, cool. I'm not sure how long ago you sent that. I apologize. I got in a building groove. Where's that plus sign? Oh, I think that started a new call. You there, my brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sweet.
But like I think you said, I think you broke the
Yep, I broke the stream.
call. So how do I get into the chat with TMP?
So I used the add friend, and it's just started a new chat. So I think I need him to hang up there and answer this one.
Possibly?
Okay, let me take this off the screen. We'll go here. We'll go there for a moment.
Fucking light. Get out of the way. There's the camera. Okay. Yeah, if I can, aha, that'll work. Sorta.
Mythos causes technical problems once again. Quality content, quality content.
Right?
Um, how do I get this one to ring again for him? Oh, um, mm, Oh, you're not doing any helmets for your Space Wolves army.
Never have.
No. How do I fix this? Ugh. Also, I think he's only got his phone, so I think, I don't think he can get the messages.
Maybe have both of us hang up and then resend.
Yeah. Hey, there he is.
There you
I apologize. Apparently, when I added Thomas to the call, it shut down the call and started to do one. So,
go.
me
I figured you'd figure it out. I'll just wait until everything is settled.
Mythos's technical expertise strikes again.
Hey, you got me on, so
That's true. That's true.
that's all that matters. What you working on? How it works?
Right now, I'm getting ready to clean all the super glue off my fingers.
Been there.
Well, check this out. When they say Loctite is some bad stuff, see that burn on the back of my hand there and
Yeah.
there? Both
Yeah.
of those can work with just super glue. No accelerator, no nothing.
That's the industrial grade stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. You don't need no accelerator with that stuff because give it about 6 seconds and it starts to dry hard. And you know it because the heat through your glove.
Mm,
No, yeah, that industrial stuff is. I,
it's not good.
I read that that's what they used. They originally used that for battlefield dressing.
Wow.
If it didn't glue it together, it cauterized it with the heat. Like we'll wipe it off like the parts and stuff we're building with a
Yeah.
rag, and you will literally see smoke coming off the rag.
Whew. Yeah, that chemical reaction always throws me for a loop whenever I feel it like heating up on my skin, especially if I use like a accelerant or something like that. So I can only
Oh,
imagine how that would be with the industrial grade stuff you use.
Mm,
they have accelerator at work for some of the parts because you don't even want it to wait that 6 to 10 seconds. You want it to start locking down like within 2 or 3. I hate using that stuff. It's crazy.
Do you use any
don't use
accelerant when
it
you
for
hobby?
modeling.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, brother?
I said don't use it for modeling.
I found out you can use acetone as an accelerant for super
Really.
glue.
I thought that would melt your model.
Not only if you like slather it, like take a fine like a 10-0 brush, dip a little bit of it in acetone, wipe it off on a paper towel or whatever, and then just barely brush it on the part that you not putting the super glue on. Put the super glue on the other half and push them together, and it's like 2 seconds, maybe 3.
That's cool. I really like this Kraken stuff I use that is purpose made. It's really nice stuff.
I find by applying it with a brush, I have a little bit more control with it, and I don't have to use as much super glue, if that makes sense.
Sure.
If I got a gap or something that I don't like, then out comes the the sprue goo or just
So I'm
some
using
straight
mine.
in whatever.
I'm using sprue glue for my shoulder pads just to get them in,
Yeah,
and the knee pads.
I can't wait till the next time I go to Hobby Lobby because I need some more Tamiya for some sprue goo.
I usually order mine on Amazon.
The only reason why I wait till I go to Hobby Lobby is because last time I checked, my Hobby Lobby prices were a little cheaper. Plus the family.
Oh, ooh, look at you.
Plus the
Me too.
family.
Yeah.
We always enjoy going to Hobby Lobby.
I don't know about down there, Mythos, but right now my Hobby Lobby's got a 40% off on Gundam models.
Nice. That's usually when I pick mine up is when Hobby Lobby's doing that uh, Gundam model
All done?
discount. Man, I there was one time I went in there and they had the Iron Blooded Orphan Bael.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite mobile suit from the series. And so I wanted to get it. And I was like, okay, I'm coming back when I get paid on Thursday. Wasn't able to make it out Thursday. I think it was Saturday before we were able to make it out there. And the last one was gone. When by the time I got there, I was like, that's the only time I've ever seen it in stock.
Have you got that one yet?
The Bael? No. Nope. I got.
Okay. What to do? No, now I know what to go pick up this weekend.
They got one over at your area.
We got a crap ton of iron-blooded orphans out here. So it's like, I think I've got like 22 or 23 Gundams that are all iron-blooded orphans. And like some of them are the same kit, but like different variants of it. Like oh crap, my brain just went blank. The main Gundam.
That is the Oh my gosh! If I hadn't
Told
been,
you.
if I hadn't been trying to think of it, I'm sure. Ah, the box is in Japanese. Barbatos.
Barbatos. I've got like 5 different Barbatoses over 3 scales. Because I've got the master grade. I've got 1 master grade. I've got 2 standard grade. And then I've got 2 or 3. What grade is that? It's like, it's not your basic. Usually run about 30, 35 bucks.
High grade.
Master grade was supposed to be like 124.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I picked it up for like 75.
You gotta love that Hobby Lobby 40% off.
Oh yeah.
There's a game shop out here too that it's not a game shop so much as it's we carry a little bit of everything because they've got DVDs they sell, they've got pops they sell, old used video games, Nerf guns, Gundam models.
That's cool.
Anime figures.
Warhammer 40K.
They used to. They moved it all to a different shop.
Wow.
That's okay. I got 2 other LGSs I go hit up for my plastic crack.
Gundam has been pretty. Like a lot of Warhammer YouTubers have been doing Gundam on their channel lately.
Yeah. Since Rogue Hobby.
It would be a good. Yeah. Luis has definitely, I think, led the charge on that.
Oh yeah.
It would be a good time to break out the kits that I've had for a while, but sorry, baby.
I see them back there.
It's Space Wolf time, huh?
I see them back there.
Yeah.
Dude, if I was to break out all the Gundam kits I've got over the last 2 years, I wouldn't have anywhere to display my Warhammer stuff.
Speaking of Warhammer stuff, you said you can show how you can do your tattoos. That's going to be great content. Any closer you think on putting out that Hellworks by Hellchild?
Still working on figuring out the editing software and all that crap.
Gotcha.
I've been at the new job like 4 weeks as of today, and my body is finally caught up to where like when I was working at Chicken Express. It's like that new job for the first 3 weeks just kind of ground me out, where when I got home, I was like, oh, look, it's a pillow.
Oh man, I understand.
Oh no, Rob dropped another piece.
It's a beaky helmet.
A beaky.
There it is.
Okay. The
Got it,
bird found
beaky.
its way back to the nest.
Yeah, I vary it up. I like the beaky helmets. It's just sad that they didn't have any wolf helmets, though.
Yeah, I think
Like,
I really enjoyed the ones from the old Space Wolf kits. You know, the 40K ones. I didn't think the 30K ones were bad, but everybody memed on them so much that they pulled them out of production, which I thought was sad.
oh my gosh, really? It's so
Yeah.
sad.
But I've always enjoyed the wolf helmet heads. And
I love the wolf helmets back in like 3rd edition because that one metal captain was wearing one. But I think I want to say like by 5th or 6th edition, unless the helmet was put on like the belt of my Space Wolf or whatever, I didn't have any helmets on my Space Wolves.
well, someone with your skill level of doing faces and facial tattoos and stuff like that, I can see that.
I think the closest I've got to a helmeted head is probably a rebreather.
Oof. This is a sad and happy moment.
Last bottle.
Last piece for the last model. I just got to put the head over here on this blue tack.
Very similarly, I've just finished 2 out of 3 head takers.
Don't they build up nicely?
They do. They're very satisfying to put together.
Yes. So you work them from the blood claws, which is the hardest to put in. But like you said, as the experience on the battlefield goes, the easier they are to put in. Logan Grimnar should be a breeze if that were the case.
I've watched a couple people build it on stream. Logan looks like he's going to be easy, but the thing that annoys the hell out of me with Logan is his shoulder pads have a piece of the pelt across the top of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
And
got to paint brush work that.
Why didn't they just stick it on the pelt and have it lay over the shoulder pads? Because now I have to Dremel the pad out of there to put
Oh,
the pads
Cookie
in.
wookie. Let me see the sweet boy for a second. Oh, handsome boy.
The cat's like, I'm on TV. Give me cuddles so I can go away.
So handsome. Star of the show here. Even though ostensibly we are a canine channel.
Yeah, and giving you dirty looks off the couch.
I saw my wife walking by with him. He seemed perfectly comfy and comfortable and happy in her arms. But since she was walking by with him, I decided to steal a cuddle.
Can't believe I built all that. That was a marathon.
Man, like,
Hmm?
the reason my Space Wolf Army box is not fully built is I'm waiting on bits.
Speaking of which, don't forget to send me a list of the bits.
I did.
So I was looking at our chat history and I didn't see. Oh, I think I remember you sending me a list, but I couldn't find it in our chat history.
I resent it. Let me.
Oh, you should resend it tonight.
Yep. When you mentioned it, I was like, okay, I gotta fix this.
Okay, there it is. I see it now.
Yep.
Gotcha. Man, you were on top of it. I didn't realize you'd already done that. Thank you.
The only thing I can't remember if it's in that setup is like leg plates or anything like that, but I think those are like termy stuff, and I ain't got no termies yet.
I gotcha. I did like you asked and mirrored the dreadnought armor. Hopefully that came out okay.
It should. I mean, it'd be interesting modifying the Invictor warsuits to slap them on. Because somebody said something other about percentage, and when you print it, change this percentage by a little bit or whatever. And I'm like, hell no, I'm a kit basher. I'll make it fit.
I'm going to go back and add some more Bojangles to this person.
What? Why is this a thing? Why is this pistol sculpted on the inside of the cape where no one's ever going to see it?
Because you will know it's there.
I think,
You don't
well, it
need
kind of peeks out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, like the bottom of it peeks like barely under the cape, but like,
yeah.
but why is the whole pistol sculpted on? That's what I don't understand. This pistol will never see the light of day.
Make you improve as a painter. You have no inhibitions about painting that pistol because it's not going to be seen. So go to town, paint the pink pistol. Go for it.
I think though, unless you paint it before you glue the back plate to the front plate, like I don't even think there's a way to paint it.
No.
You know what?
You were talking about your corn World Eaters Army.
Yeah.
And you normally eat yours or you throw away the stuff.
Ooh, Combat Patrol.
I'm gonna use the berserkers out of it
Oh, nice.
to make blood claws.
Nice.
Okay.
I always thought
I think
Blood Claws kind of doing the Berserker thing where, you know, like how the World Eaters sometimes, like, their biceps are so massive they've ripped off the armor.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, that would be cool. I know that's more of a World Eaters thing, but that would be cool to see on the Blood Claw.
I look at it more like this. Here's my logic to it.
I'm most likely going to be getting the RG Sazabi soon. What grade is RG? Something grade.
Really good.
Regular,
Huh? There's Master Grade.
RJ.
there's master grade, regular grade, and I think there's like
High grade.
a pro grade or something, or high grade.
Okay, so
Pro
that must
grade
be.
and high grade are the same,
So RG must be regular grade.
probably.
That's cool.
I call it really good. RG.
Yeah, it's a really good Sazabi.
Which is the best you can get? Is the pro grade?
Yeah, pro grade is, it's regular grade, master grade, and then pro grade. And most pro grades are going to run you like $200 or more.
Yeah, I was looking at a couple.
One thing I love when I go to anime conventions is when you go into the dealer's room, you usually set up somewhere right by the entrance doors to the dealer's room. There's like
Mm.
usually massive glass displays, and often they make like a little like maze style walkthrough of just like glass cases of like fully built and displayed Gundams, and some of them are like uh, they're usually for sale, and like some of them are just like professionally built. Some of them are professionally built and painted because in the Gundam community, there's like a big discussion. Some people prefer theirs painted. Some people prefer theirs in the like expertly modeled, but in the pristine plastic. Um, and some of it is like super painted, weathered, all that kind of stuff. Some of it people have gone
Yes.
through and added LEDs and stuff like that, and all of it is like like very expensive, which makes sense for the time and hard work put into it. But like it is just so cool to kind of walk through the sales display and to see all of the stuff there for it.
We can't say very expensive. We play Warhammer.
I
Some of those pro grade kits come with LEDs and everything in them.
That's
nice.
crazy.
Like there's one, I think it's a Gundam Red something other. It comes with motorized um controls in it and LEDs because like the armor will open up on it and then you see the glows. And I'm like looking at it going, if I ever build one of those, then I'm going to be looking at my repulsors and stuff going, how do I make the engines glow?
Mhm.
Yeah, when you get into master grade and professional grade, you start getting into like old school Forge World prices territory.
You ain't
Old school,
wrong.
that means it's cheap.
If I ever find
Right
a
now.
gun costs the same thing as a Warlord Titan,
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to walk away.
Uh, and I bought my Tower R finally, but it was like $700 after I got all the things.
Woo,
It's crazy. Yeah, it was tough. I
spicy.
don't think I want to buy it anymore. Well, I got it the last Nova Open because I'm standing there, and I think it was Easy Sanchez, one of the painters that are on my channel, said, "Do it, do it." I was like, "Oh, no peer pressure, right? You jerk."
That was
My wife was right there.
that
My
was
wife was right there when she said, "Do it," and I'm like, "Okay."
Okay. That's how I ended up with my Mastodon and my Astraeus.
hey, you are
Nice. You
a
have a
smart
mom?
man.
That's crazy.
You were the Drake meme.
Because
Peer
I was
pressure.
talking to her, she's like, I was talking to her about I wanted something special for my wolf army, and she's like, "Well, what are you looking at?" So I showed her the Mastodon, I showed her the Astraeus, I showed her a Warhound Titan,
Mm.
just some different things like that. And then the next thing I know, the Mastodon's at the house, and I'm like, "You're kidding me?" And she's like, "No," and I'm like, "I'm afraid to paint it. I'm sending it to Richard."
Hmm,
And then when she bought me the Astraeus, I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna try and paint it."
that's awesome.
I think I've stripped it like 3 times now.
Hearing these two stories, and like I said, my lovely lady surprised me by saying that she's doing the combat patrol in the morning. I gotta say, we got some awesome ladies in our lives.
Hell yeah.
If they craft, you just remember to return the favor.
For sure.
Yeah.
But no, you remember well, I'm sure you've seen pictures of 4th and 5th edition Wolfen when they
Hmm.
first came out, the old metal ones.
Yep.
Mhm.
I kind of want
They
to
had
get some of those at some point to paint up. Although I know they'll be tough to find nowadays.
If you ever find them, let me know. Because that's why I hit bash my whooping the way I do. I like that one from 8 Bound.
Mm-hmm.
Because while I liked those sculpts, they still weren't dynamic, if you know what I mean. It's like if you look at the blood claws now and you look at the firstborn claws, they're standing around too much on the firstborn. So that's why I'm looking at like regular Primaris assault intercessors to mix in with the Space Wolf intercessors. So some I have the hip plates, some won't have the hip plates. Because I run a 13th company, it's like from the scoring, some of them are going to have like bandoliers like off the berserkers and mixed armor marks. So yeah, yep, I'll probably have a random blood claw that's like armor. What are you talking about? These guns ain't gonna slide in that can.
Mhm.
I don't need to holster these guns.
Plus, if they've got holsters on some of them guns, that's prime tattoo real estate.
It's true. It's true.
We don't need no stinking badges.
It's kind of bad, but I'm waiting for the new Chaos Dwarves that they showed at the reveal.
Oh, what you gonna do with that?
I love some of them swords and stuff that they had.
Yeah.
I want to change up some weaponry because, like most of my first Space Wolf army, it's like everybody had the same thing. It's like it was the same hammer and the same axe and mostly chain swords and stuff. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, you watch Viking shows or even historical documentaries. Rex was running with one kind of sax, but didn't mean that lad next to him's got the same sax. Those swords changed. One be shorter, one be longer. Axes look like you look at 12 different Vikings and there's probably 12 different axes for the most part.
Yeah, axes were personal. It was a family thing.
So I look at it like looking at my Space Wolves, I'm like, yeah, that might be a blood claw that he's fresh from indoctrination. But what about his pack member that's been around a hot minute and found out while the Astartes chainsword is nice, that power sword that he got off that Chaos Marine, it's got a little bit nicer edge to it.
Mm. Chaos Space Marine. Just watching. Buddy. Hey, Logan Grimmer.
I got Wind Priests and Iron Priests on the barge. They can reforge that crap. If Logan can do it with the Demon Axe, it's like, oh, it's too corrupted. Okay, well then let that son bitch burn. But now we know what you like. Let's see what we can make.
Yeah, when I found out where Logan's axe came from, and
Yeah.
then later on I kit bashed a couple of rune priests. I gave one of them just because I thought they looked cool, and I thought that was cool that Logan used a purified weapon. So I gave one of them a Kopesh sword from the Thousand Suns army. I'm like, that would be a cool battlefield trophy. And I gave one of them an Eldar axe from the Wraith, not the Wraith Knight, the smaller one. Not the Lord.
Okay.
Oh,
the Wraith Guard.
Wraith Guard.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm doing. Like, I got the axes and the swords and stuff from Grey Tides. Probably over the last 20 years, I've picked up weapons from Conversion World, Spellcrow, GW. I've got access and stuff from companies that ain't around no more.
Mm.
So being able to individualize the Blood Claw, the Grey Hunter, whoever, with his own personal weapon is a little bit easier. I know that there's going to be some that are going to be duplicate, but you're going to have to look to find them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Every time I bring my army in a game store, everybody wants to pick them up and look at each individual one. So I got to put on a show. Uh,
I ain't seen anything on your channel that is not a show yet.
mhm. Thank you. I try. I do my best, and I make a lot of mistakes. So, but it's all right. Sometimes I'm the only one who can see the mistakes.
I was about to say,
I
nope.
probably many different kinds of people at the game store that's looking at your models.
Mhm.
There's the ones looking at the models for the enjoyment of looking at the model.
Yeah.
There's the gatekeepers that are looking at the model to find the mistakes. And then there's the people that are like, I want to know more. I want to learn more. So I'm going to look at the way his model's painted. And if I see something I like, I'm going to ask him, how did you do this? What paint recipe did you use for that? That kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Knowledge gatherers, I guess is what you want to call them. The pathfinders.
I like that.
I love
Yeah,
when
there's no tips.
I love when I take my ultramarine somewhere. People, I guess, because it pops like it's such a vibrant blue. Um, I almost always have somebody ask me what my recipe is for the blue on my ultras, which just feels nice. It's like it's not my favorite army that I have or that I've painted, but you know what? I have one army that people ask about, so I'll take it.
Yeah. I don't know. I might do ultras because I have the Primarch and I don't want him to go into battle alone.
Fair.
So I'll do a very minimalist Space Marine army list because I have so many that I can do. Um, although I don't think I'm going to do Caradons anymore.
Have
I
ultras
don't
take the
know.
Carcharodon spot.
Yeah, and I do have a lot of bits for Caradon. So if you know anybody who's doing Caradon army, I can hook them up.
And I think like
Yeah, same
yourself,
with Iron.
the fact that they no longer support Carcharodon rules is like led a lot of people to kind of be like, hmm, I don't hear anybody talk about them anymore. Except
Yeah,
for Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor, but because he liked the book.
and well, they look cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know, if you're playing games at home with friends, you know, you pop a beer and
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't matter. Like play what you want.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to try this force out. I'm going to try this force out. Or you run in whatever. It doesn't matter. It's
Oh
that
yeah.
fun.
When I
Roll some
want to
dice.
play my legend stuff, usually if I call Atlas, he's cool with it. We're in for a good time. I mean, it's always a good time playing Atlas, but he's my go-to. Like I know I can play Legends guy.
See, that's why I kit bosh everything anymore. I might get a game in once or twice a year. I'm more for the building and the painting and displaying at this point. I
Fair.
mean, Killy likes to play, but trying to get his little ADHD, OCD, energetic butt in a chair for an hour is like, I'm better off going outside, roping the sun, and going, you're too bright.
Man,
Go
I
down.
I tried to get in a game with you myself, but you were all focused on getting married. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago.
I drove into town for his
Yeah, yeah.
wedding.
Nice.
Freak. Let's see. My buddy Patrick from over in Atlanta came out. Archer was there. That was a good weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a great weekend. We got to hang again. I got to do I got to help with a game between Archer and Freak.
Nice.
I'm kind of uh like for some reason at my game stores I've always kind of ended up in a role of kind of giving newer players, the show them the ropes kind of deal. I guess because I'm patient with explaining things to people. And so
Mhm.
Mito, you're a zebra.
I was what?
You're a zebra.
What do you
You're a
mean?
rep.
Oh, yeah. And so I
You
kind of
put
help
your white
facilitate.
and black striped shirt.
I should get one of those shirts at some point. But yeah,
Here's an idea
Mhm.
for you, bro. You got Goleman, and you want to put a force around him that you like. Look at the successor chapters from the Ultramarines. Just don't do like half them guys do, where Goleman is wearing that chapter's armor, because I don't see it. Goleman's not going to go, oh, well, I'm running with the Space Wolves this week, so I might as well
Mhm.
woof up my armor. Ain't going to happen.
Nah.
you know what we should do at some point after we do our wolf collaboration, brother?
What's
What?
that?
We should do a small, like at some point, not necessarily right away, I'm sure, but the next time we're looking for a project, uh, one of the quartered Marines, just something small, like I said, a kill team. Like I want to do Howling Griffins. There's also Nova Marines. There's a whole bunch of like quartered Space Marines, and a lot of people
Mhm.
find those chapters super difficult to paint because the whole quartered thing takes brush control. And I think that would be
A
a fun
little pain
project.
in the butt.
Yeah.
I've already done 2 of those, and one of them was for a commission. That was a pain in the butt.
Oh, I bet. Hey, 3 head takers.
There it is.
Archangel's successor chapter that runs with a quartered scheme, or they used to be
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
the green and the beige, right?
Yeah, the green and beige, and I think they also have one that's like purple's in there somewhere. I can't remember if it's bone and purple. I want to say. So
Okay.
yeah, Dark Angels have a couple of them. It's quartered.
Yeah.
See, I'd probably do the Iron Hand successor. What was it, Brazen Claws? They're either
Okay.
black and red or or red and blue.
Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to challenge ourselves on. Hey, we have hit our goals tonight, guys. Rob has finished
Oh yeah.
literally all of his building.
Yeah.
I have finished my 3 head takers. So I've just got the 2 characters left to go. And those are going to be a special treat. Ooh. That's
That's
looking
what I have on my hobby, guys.
that's a nice looking hobby desk.
Well, thanks. I built this. And then I just put new paper down on this desk. It's actually a table I got from the Christmas tree workshop.
That's awesome.
So
Is that
yeah, I just
ventilation in the
converted
back
it.
too for airbrushing?
It is.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. And it has little slits so I could change the vents. And
That's
I keep
awesome.
on changing the vents till it gets hard. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then over there is like command control centers, 2 monitors, and a whole bunch of wires. I gotta connect. But it's getting there. And I have another closet so I could put even more miniatures
That's
in it.
awesome.
So I have 2 closets full of miniatures now.
Remember, there it's not a closet of shame. I'll go paint some. They keep saying that crap. It's closets of opportunities.
Yeah, it's just future videos for my channel.
Yeah, there
That's
you
all
go.
it is.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then Greg from Gamers of Coffee been saying a lot lately. Future joy.
Yeah. Hmm.
I
Well,
find it funny.
Yeah.
Space sharks or carcharodons, however you want to say it. When the old fluff before they started putting out the newer stuff,
Mhm.
everybody was saying they were a Night Lord successor, and I was like, a loyalist Night Lord successor. That's cool. And
Mhm.
now they're the Raven Guards that didn't want to listen to Korax. So they're more like a non-chaos sort of loyalist
Yeah, they
successor.
collect their tithe. They collect their tithe. They have a blood tithe that they take from the planets on the fringe in order to protect them. So they'll go in there and yeah, they got their blood.
That's awesome.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, they're
guys,
kind of creepy.
we have 5 live chat champions that have made it all the way to the end. That's pretty cool.
Woo! Woot woot. Get your stuff painted. I'm gonna start priming. That's
Ooh.
gonna be fun.
I got a
Mhm.
new airbrush today, and then
Nice.
found out the compressor's dead.
No.
Oh no.
But when I bought my airbrush, I got it at a clearance sale. It's normally like a $60 airbrush that I paid like $20 for.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
That's nice. Good
They have
price.
an air compressor, and I called them after I found mine was dead, and was like, if you still got it and you're willing to put it back for me, I'll be in there Thursday.
Nice.
Because it's normally like a $200 compressor.
Yeah.
They had it marked down to 99. So I'm like, I'll pay half.
Very nice. Catch that deal, brother.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I still have the Ghost Brush airbrush that I got in on the Kickstarter for that I still need to test out.
Nice.
I've gotten into an old reliable place, and so I keep sticking with the Iwata. But I need to try
I
out
have the
the.
Harbor and Steinbeck. I have the Infinity. I haven't tried it out yet.
I don't know. I got a Sotar, but I don't know what
Nice.
it
Yeah, I
is.
got one of those too.
But for some
I got a
reason,
Sotar.
I I I just kept clogging it. Like I can't get it to work. It's
Yeah, it gotta be super thin.
yeah. Good looking airbrush there. I noticed you got the trigger style like Freak has.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Playing with the regular ones, then my hand get cramp way too quick, and I don't care for it.
That's understandable.
Mhm.
And I bought one like Freak has, the what is it, Galler or whatever, and it was a workhorse. I was doing great with it, and then work got overtime, and I forgot to clean it, and
Ah,
Mm.
so I'm gonna ultrasonic clean it, let it soak for a little bit, and do that, and see if I can't
yeah.
get it to work again.
Then that one can continue to be your workhorse, and you can do the more fine tuned stuff with the new one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
gentlemen, this has been a great night of progress. I think for myself and Rob, anyways. And I
Yeah.
know you are just waiting on your bits to finish up your boxes. So I will make sure over the weekend to get the Dreadnought armor off the plate. I'll send you some pictures of how that turned out. And we'll get the other kit bash parts ready to go.
Nice.
Hey, we got the sponsor of the channel in the chat, Paint Minis Live. What is up, Hellchild, Mythos, and Rob? Sorry to catch you late. Have a great night. You have a great night, my brother. And thank you so much for dropping in. And guys, as Nightbot has been saying all night, the channel is sponsored by Paint Minis Live. Check out his YouTube channel, and of course, the link that Nightbot keeps putting up is he has a great web store with lots of great hobby products from D&D. She's got some miniatures, got some rule sets, but my favorite thing he has is my favorite paint band, which is Pro-Acryl paints from Monument Hobbies, and he has a great selection of Pro-Acryl paints, so check him out.
Definitely.
Any closing thoughts for you, gents? You amazing people.
Yeah. Simply, um, paint intentionally and grow every time you paint, and you'll never be bored.
I am looking to grow. That's why I'm doing this face challenge on my blood claws. I'm excited for it.
Nice. Yeah.
I like the motto, any day you learn one new thing is a day not wasted.
Mhm. I like that.
Both of those are incredible sayings. And I may not learn something every day, but I make it a point to try and learn something where I can. You know what they say, get in where you can fit in. And I think that brings me around to what I'm going to close out with is it has been with life stuff happening, work stuff, it has been challenging to try and keep up with the building of these miniatures. But like sometimes I'm like, I'll put together one model that day and that's all I get done, or half a model. But any progress is a step forward. So, just get it
Yep.
in where you can fit it in, right?
Yep. And I wasn't going to let you go till after you finish your goal today. So I met my goal to helping you
Hey,
meeting your goal.
that's awesome. Thank you for the push.
Yeah, man. Of course.
All right.
Hopefully my hobby area will be all set up here in the next week or so, and then if you want more streams like this, I'll be more than happy to actually sit down.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
during this collaboration event, getting other people that are doing it. I think Big D, so he's going to be doing the new Wolf Box soon. He said he'd like to jump in, which is cool.
Nice.
Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor, if we can get, people involved, the more people we can get involved, I just like building the community together. So I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be wolves. I mean, if somebody wants to bring some dark angels, we've
But
been messing with
I don't know about
for
Dark Angels.
10,000 years. Why not?
I'm just kidding. Dark Angels are cool. When I thought about jumping into 30K that the guys at the local shop are doing, I was thinking just because of the knightly aesthetic, I was thinking about Dark Angels. But
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I just want to fill my plate with wolves right now. I ain't got no time for 30K. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. If you guys liked tonight's episode, make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be of any of parts of tonight, any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the Miniatures Paintbrush, if you're not subscribed, well, Hellchild's going to be getting his channel up soon, so keep an eye out for that. And if you
But
guys
it is, you just don't have no videos.
well, if you go on a pre-subscribe, you can pre-order your spot on the Hellworks My Hellchild subscription list. Let's pull that up real quick.
You can say first.
We can.
How about
Okay, well, YouTube search is not. Oh wait, Hellworks with a Z. Silly. Okay, we'll have to throw it up later. It's not coming up on my YouTube search. All right, but anyways, in the future, stick around to subscribe to this guy. And if you're not subscribed to any of our friends in the Frosted Fist listed down below, and if you're not subscribed to this guy, we would love to have you as part of the pack here at Wolf Brother Hobbies. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.
Stay frosty.